All voices, Chick McGee. Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee is at the news desk. There's
Hello.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Godwin's getting ready to run down to Cuba.
The revolution will be
Got
televised.
The revolution hat on. There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
That isn't the full Castro hat. It's just kind of close.
I'm Chick McGee. Well, the full Castro. Well, will you give me Castro-esque? Can't we start one morning off friendly, please?
It is. I'm kind of. It's like the Castro hat that who's the Oasis guy, Liam Gallagher would wear. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Okay. Fishing cap.
Okay, very, very good. Welcome to the program. Thanks very much for joining us. A little bit of Mr. O behind the scenes. Yeah, you got to love that behind the scenes.
He had it off the air.
Really already?
Yeah, he was the phrase that I'll take with me was, I didn't even know I was lost. Yeah.
It's not
being
my
lost
fault.
the definition of being lost?
Absolute quote. I didn't know I was lost.
I am not living in my normal neighborhood temporarily. It's because of those it was like a double twisty roundabout.
I know, and what did I say? It's a wonder people don't get lost there every day. People navigate those, but you will go up there, it's a double helix DNA.
It was cloudy. I didn't know where the sun was. I
said.
was heading directly west. I thought I was going east. And I said, what happened to all the big buildings that are supposed to be here? Anyway,
Was this yesterday?
Yeah, it's a long
Didn't
story.
know where the sun was.
What do you got, an astrolabe? What do you got going?
Tracking bison? I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
We lost 30 over there in the back 40.
How long did it take you to realize you were lost?
Oh, I finally recognized the name of a street, and I said, wait a minute, that's 7 miles west of where I'm supposed to. I texted Willie and said, I'm going to be a little late. I made a wrong turn. I was sort of paying attention, listening to something interesting.
And then you are becoming an American hero, if you will listen to me. And I hope I'm not messing this up for you, but I think it's great you go back there and take a nap real quick every now and then.
I just took a nap this morning.
And he said he would, you'll take a nap and you're like, you are asleep.
Yes.
You're like, it must be 3 hours later.
Right.
And it was 10 minutes late.
I set my alarm, and I woke up and do that thing where you don't know where you are.
Oh, yeah.
I had that happen just a few minutes ago. So, yeah.
And sometimes you really...
Needed a quick 40
don't know
winks.
where you are.
What I'm talking about?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's refreshing. Just a little quick snooze. Don't snooze if you're driving right now listening to our show, please.
One day, if he's napping before the show, we should turn his alarm off. He sleeps through the whole show,
yeah.
wakes up at noon and just yells, "Hello there!" Doesn't know where he is.
No, I would have slept for another hour. I don't know.
You know what that means? That means your body's telling you need some sleep, dude.
Oh, thank you. But I'm fine now. Thank you.
We should do the meatballs thing and put your couch out there in the park.
Are you ready for the summer? Are you ready for the good times?
Well, we have a lot of interesting things going on. Sad news in the world of rock and roll. The great Jeff Beck, guitarist, has died very suddenly, apparently.
Was not familiar at all with his world. His music.
Jeff Beck had his only real hit was a sort of jazz fusion record called Blow by Blow.
Well, that was more of an after show thing, right?
Oh, I get it.
famous.
Start counting them. I mean.
He was famous, kind of the trio of Beck and Eric Clapton and Jimmy Page that went through the Yardbirds and
how Appice, is that how you say that guy's
Carmen
name?
Appice.
Beck, Bogart, and...
Yeah, they didn't really have any hits. I mean...
Beck, Bogart, yeah.
Bogart.
He was mainly a guitar player,
Jeff.
right? Like,
Yeah. But he actually toured with Clapton once, and he said unfortunately he didn't have Eric's hits. But anyway, sadly,
he just got off tour with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, we talked to him just a couple of years ago. He had kind of a rockabilly comeback album he was working on. Great guitars, but that reminds me of that era of the first era of what is now termed classic rock. Of course, would include the Beatles. The British invasion, and we had an interesting story about Paul McCartney yesterday, and Pat had a little tribute. Do you remember the story, Christy?
Yeah, his daughter Mary was putting together a documentary, and they went back to Abbey Road Studios, and she was trying to recreate the famous Abbey Road photo where they were walking across the crosswalk there in front of Abbey Road Studios.
And that's kind of a thing in London.
Yeah, a lot of people do it.
I'm kind of surprised they don't have police there and cordon it off every 5 minutes every hour so people can get a really clean shot.
Yeah, because it's a very busy road, as Josh will attest. You've been there, right?
You want to get police involved? Aren't they busy enough?
But Paul almost got hit by a car while they were trying to take this photograph.
We would have stopped the bank robbery, but we were guarding Abbey Road's crosswalk.
Well, I think you could justify it because from a tourism standpoint.
Sure.
But Mary McCartney is working on a documentary called "If These Walls Could Sing."
I believe it's out on Netflix.
Yeah, the history of this famous studio. It's on Disney Plus, I think.
Disney Plus, that's right.
And it's got Nile Rodgers and Elton John and Ringo and Roger Waters from Pink Floyd.
It's all about the Abbey Road Studios. It's very cool. Yeah.
But he was walking and doing recreating the famous album cover.
Yes.
And with of course the Volkswagen Bug in the back with the
28 if
that launched that whole Paul McCartney's dead thing. But and Pat, I know you have a tribute. Please.
The long and winding road. You almost hit me. Joel, is that you?
Now, when you play that sound effect, Tom, do you count yourself as a backup musician?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do that. We'll play it again, Pat.
Sure.
I got my part ready.
Do a song now from Let It Be for you. The long and winding road. I mean, you son of a...
That's good. That's some good screaming, Pat.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, that's very nice. Thank you very much, Pat. Certainly appreciated that. We have a very unusual request coming up that will not make Chick happy, but I'm
no.
So something.
What do you got?
Do.
Something else about the Beatles?
No. It's about turnoffs. We were talking yesterday about dates and things that turn men and women off on the first date. For example, wearing the wrong, what was it? Wearing
we got a whole list
a
of
watch that wasn't
A tacky watch.
tacky watch.
Yeah, come on, a lot of shallow end stuff there.
Yeah.
But one of them was dirty fingernails.
Yep.
I had a nice letter from a guy going, look, I work in a situation in which my fingernails are dirty all the time because of the nature of the hard work that I do.
Gravedigger?
He was not a gravedigger, but
A sexton,
Mechanic?
if you will.
yeah, and that'll happen. These guys working hard out there making a living. So if the woman doesn't like that, well, then too bad. Move on. There are other women out there that appreciate a hardworking man, and women who work hard just as hard as men. So,
Why am I going to be upset again?
Well, because this guy was wondering if chewing on your toenails would be a turnoff.
God.
And we had that. We
Well,
had
that's
that story.
just swell. Good morning.
We'll hear this.
Yeah, let's
Dear
play
Bob
that.
and Tom,
Oh, yeah.
you were talking about toenails last week.
No.
A friend of mine is a dental hygienist.
She cleans teeth for a living.
She had a patient who came in the office in great pain. After examination, the dentist found the sore tooth swollen and infected. The procedure required a small incision to relieve the pressure.
There was a toenail in there.
The dentist immediately requested a pair of surgical tweezers and removed a large piece of toenail.
How do they know it wasn't a fingernail?
Because it says this patient said he often chewed his toenail.
Can I tell you something? Shut up. My mother used to chew her toenails
No way.
in front of me.
Your mom. Oh, boy. Clothed or not?
I would.
Oh, thank God. that is a visual.
Poor Bob has lost it over there.
A little best of right here. Help us. Right here.
This is a sick thing.
That would be,
Totally naked.
I
How did you even think of that?
You would get
See anything you like, boy?
3 seconds.
We'll just cut it off right there.
Help us, Lord.
The classic, see anything you like, boy. Your mom really chewed her toenail.
You know, a lot of people say, what would you tell your younger self? What would you, I'd shut up is what I tell my younger self.
Hey, zip it.
Dude, shut up.
Sometimes we forget where we are, don't we?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Yeah.
No, she really did that. No, she was, when I was, when I was 10, she would have been 27. So, I mean...
Yeah.
She was just a kid.
Just a limber.
Limber, yeah. That's
Very
what I was
limber.
I can barely touch my toes. but
yeah, I guess
I could never do that thing where you sit. What's it called? Now they
like the yoga position.
Crisscross.
I can't. I've never been able to do that.
Yeah.
So in any event, that was just one more of those things that might turn you off. We can go over some of those coming up on today's show. Right now, I want to tell you about the best offer ever from HelloFresh. HelloFresh is they're going to kind of help you make it a great 2023. It's cheaper than groceries, 25 less expensive than takeout. I'm talking about HelloFresh delivering delicious food to your house, ready to put together. They've done the shopping, they've done the measuring, and they now feature the fast and fresh recipes like falafel bowls or Southwest pork and bean burritos, ready in just 15 minutes. Like I said, they've done the shopping, they've done the measuring, saving you a ton of time. And they've also got a bunch of nice, what they call winter warmers. Cozy up with a collection of great recipes featuring worldwide recipes, some really cool stuff. Find out what I'm talking about by going to HelloFresh.com/BTShow22. Willie, what's the latest you got cooking over there?
Yeah, check this out. The lemon tortelloni Palermo with roasted bell pepper and Parmesan. HelloFresh is going to send you 8 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious, colorful pasta dish you made at home with help from our friends at HelloFresh.
Talking about restaurant quality food here, and they've got the pictures and everything in the recipe, so you know what you're doing. If you don't know a falafel from a trombone, it'll show you which one is which. Although we certainly hope you do. We can't help you with everything. Sign up today. This is the cool part. 22 free meals as part of a very special program from HelloFresh. That's how much they want you to try it. BTShow22 is the code. HelloFresh.com/BTShow22. That's BTShow22 at HelloFresh.com/BTShow22. Coming up in sports.
Well, it's all about the playoffs, Tom, and the Super Wild Card Weekend, and point spreads, and what's going to happen, and which quarterbacks are going to be there, and which quarterbacks aren't, and all sorts of things.
And I think we have the shoe of the week coming up today.
That's the rumor.
Picking them all. We'll see against, by the way, our big winner.
I got him right here. You want to see?
Robert Hatton. Show me
that.
that.
Want to see him again? Want to see him?
Very good.
Oh, look at that.
We'll talk with Robert Hatton from Cincinnati, the winner of Week 18 of the Bob and Tom Pigskin Pick'em. I'll take Rob Hatton. Blah, 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 blah. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Good morning. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks for joining us here on the Bob and Tom Show. It is a Thursday, January the 12th. On the way, Jess Hooker, the cooker. West Coast Mountain correspondent Al Jackson coming this way via Zoom from Denver, Colorado. His home, and shoe-in of the week with Chick McGee as he picks the upcoming NFL Super Wild Card Weekend playoffs. It'll be a lot of fun, and he could be picking against our Week 18 winner from Cincinnati, Ohio, Robert Hatton, coming up later this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. The U.S. inflation report for December being released this morning could provide another welcome sign. The worst bout of spiking prices in 4 decades is steadily weakening. Or it could suggest inflation remains persistent enough to require tougher action by the Federal Reserve. Most economists foresee the more optimistic scenario. They think December marked another month in which inflation, though still uncomfortably high, showed some signs of cooling. According to a survey by data provider FactSet, analysts have predicted consumer prices rose 6.5% in December compared with a year earlier. That would be down from 7.1% in November and well below the 40-year high of 9.1% back in June. Storm-ravaged California scrambling to clean up and repair widespread damage. A new storm gaining strength Wednesday expected to be limited to the north while the south gets a break. That'll be followed by 2 more storms this weekend and early next week. Crews working to reopen roads closed by rock slides, swamped by flooding, or smothered with mud. More than half of California's 58 counties declared disaster areas. 18 people have died in storms since late December. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Are you a computer geek?
No. I didn't grow up with computers. That's why children have the advantage. They slip out of the womb. They're born with a password.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you look at the ultrasound, you see the sex of the child whose internet provider is going to be.
So you're an email guy then?
Oh, no. Well, I check my email. I never get real emails. They're all junk. I got a junk box, and the junk box is like, look, we don't even have time to sort out this stuff. And it's all burn DVDs, lose weight, consolidate debt, and then be like, young teen sluts, whores, triple X. Thousands of it. And then I got a weird one in the middle that says, do you need a birdhouse? And I actually got that. And I'm like, who's the birdhouse guy? And then every day I get this email. Jim, do you want to enlarge your penis?
Yep.
And how did I get on the small Willy email list? That is the real problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Dear Allie, I got into a huge fight with my new girlfriend who has shown some signs of being crazy. This fight was over me liking some people's Instagrams that she was unhappy about, and she got so mad she pulled down her pants and peed on the floor. We were in her apartment. She peed on her own floor.
He's writing a letter. He's thinking about this. She has to be so hot.
He's still into, I need some help with this.
Right. I don't want to walk away. Have you seen her?
She pissed on my footstool, but still, have you seen her?
Wow.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry.
The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
And now an important message from your friends at Frigamall Orthopedic Laboratories.
Hi, Brenda. Ready to go jogging?
Sorry, Christy. I can't. Didn't you notice I'm limping?
What happened? Did you blow a knee out?
Well, my knees do hurt.
What do you mean?
Well, we were on our way home last night, and Bob started feeling romantic, so we pulled down a gravel road. And today, my knees are really killing me.
Girlfriend, I've got just the thing for you. They're called Atta-Girl knee pads.
With their soft, cushiony padding, you can say goodbye to sore and scraped knees. Atta-Girl knee pads fit right in your purse, so you can take them anywhere. Perfect for a Friday night date or that important job interview.
Hey, Brenda, how'd it go last night?
Well, my knees feel great. But, do the Atta-Girl people make lozenges?
You whore.
Atta-Girl knee pads. Order today, and you'll receive a free head helmet. You'll love wearing this stylish tabletop helmet with its flat, level surface, big enough to hold his beer, remote control, and a magazine.
Atta-Girl knee pads.
Protective goggles sold separately.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Central Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Coming up.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Did you hear that, Willie? Did you hear how I said news?
Really had it there.
News. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Good day, mate.
There's John. All right, I'm going to need you to about 20% less. Okay.
Good day, mate.
All right, there's Josh Arnold.
All right.
See? There's Ace Cosby.
Aloha.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and there's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Now, coming up, we have some sporting news. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And the shoe-in of the week, in which Chick McGee will pick all of the games.
45 and 41 gets the spread.
This weekend, a bunch of games coming up.
On the season.
Chick will pick them all. He'll be going up against Robert Hatton. Cincinnati, our last winner of the Big Green Egg and the Big Green Egg Mini Max competition.
You think he's a Bengals fan, right?
We'll find out. We're going to talk to him a little bit later on today, I understand. Certainly good to know. Yesterday, at the end of the show, we got talking about the difference between yaks and bison.
Yep.
Because there were some loose yaks that the police had to corral.
Usually, probably best known for being in Tibet. Nepal, that area.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but we found out that they're apparently absolutely delicious.
That's what they're saying.
I have had a whole bunch of emails from people.
Cool.
Yeah, you know, Tom, I'm trading in my chicken for some yak, 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 yak.
You ought to know by now.
Very good. Thank you very much.
You guys work on that during the break?
I kind of bombed.
No. That was a solid comment.
Where you were going with it. Maybe a little musical accompaniment, a little bit of context to set up, perhaps. I think we're going to have to try some yak on the show, though.
Okay.
I've been told it's absolutely delicious.
Okay.
Better than steak.
Well, let's not be.
Not at all gamey.
I kind of like gaminess.
You do?
Yeah.
You eat a lot of venison?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm curious to try yak, so we'll get to that coming up. But we did have yak in the news yesterday, and they originally identified as bison. Apparently, yak are significantly smaller. But I don't know. As they said in the press release, the police aren't trained to know the difference between
a yak
and a bison.
Well, that's fair enough.
Sure. Here's a letter that says the distinction is obvious. The yaks don't talk back. Okay, we're getting back to your point. Thank you, Tim, in Michigan. Now we turn to the sports page with Mr. Chick McGee. What do you
But really, the sad news over the overnight is Jeff Beck died, right? I mean,
yeah, it's very sad, very unexpected.
Meningitis or something?
Bacterial meningitis. Yes.
Oh man. Yeah.
I think. Pat, do you have any symptoms of meningitis yet?
What are they, Chick?
I don't know.
Is it a heaviness in the chest?
It might be a heaviness in the chest. It might be overall inquisitiveness.
Here, I'm looking them up for you, Pat.
Over talking?
Oh, that's bad.
The Stevie Wonder song, because we've ended his life.
We could be messing with a Nessie.
So much for our obituary for Jeff Beck. There
He provided a beautiful soundtrack for our narrative.
Very good. Now, Chick McGee at the sports page. What have you?
Okay, we got word yesterday that Bills safety DeMar Hamlin has been released from hospital and he's home with his family. And that brings us to the Miami Dolphins visiting the Buffalo Bills this weekend for playoff action. And that explains why Buffalo is favored by 13, because rumor is Hamlin will be at the game. When it takes place. So I would imagine the stadium would come apart if that happens. And the Dolphins have also said, by way of their interim head coach, Mike McDaniel, that quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, yes, I have, and I've played a guitar. No, I mean,
You tongued a viola?
I tongued a viola and licked a guitar, I guess is what I was aiming for. He is in concussion protocol still and has been ruled out for Sunday's playoff game. So that's why the Bills, there's a big explanation as to why the Bills are 13-point favorites in that game.
And that'll be part of your shoe-in pick coming up.
Well, you told me I had to pick all of them.
Want to give us a hint?
And
13's a lot of points.
Yeah, it is. And Lamar Jackson was again absent from practice during the portion open to reporters there in Owings Mill, Maryland, as the Ravens prepare to visit the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday night. So there's no report on whether Lamar is going to play or not. Willie, I'll talk to you because
Owings
I realize.
Mill. Try Owings Mill biscuit powder. Doesn't it sound like one of those little places?
Yes, it does.
That Garrison Keillor would talk about.
Like Red Mill, yes.
The old grist from the mill.
Yes.
Biscuit powder.
Wasn't that the address of the Merkel Press or something? Wasn't one of those
Owings Mills?
Sunday morning
It was something
shows?
like that, right? Didn't you? You used to do it.
All I said was send a...
There's a written transcript of Meet the Press.
Used to, the
send
clearinghouse was Merkel Press. I don't know where they I want to say New Jersey somewhere, but maybe not.
Merkel Press.
Anyway, Lamar Jackson, of course, this all leads to he wants his bag, is what he wants. And he says he's injured, but he's not. He's too injured to play, but is he? And the speculation's running crazy and wild. So the Bengals are 9-point favorites against the Ravens without Lamar. They're a vastly different team with Lamar. They're better with Lamar, Tom, is what happens there. Are you understanding what I'm trying to tell you? Okay. And then the Dallas Cowboys visit the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday night in that playoff action. And someone said, I'm not sure who started it. Reports are, I think that Tony Dungy brought this up on Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys defense a lot slower on grass and natural surfaces than they are on turf. And I've heard everyone repeat it. So I would like to join those numbers and say yes. Cowboys are slow. I will tell you, I like Tampa Bay Monday night. I really, really do.
I've learned too much to bet against Tom Brady at this point.
Who would you rather have late in the game, close game, Tampa Bay and Tom Brady and that defense that Tampa Bay has, or Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, and the Cowboys, who the Commanders drilled on Sunday? So, but of course, Dallas didn't have anything to play for. Yeah, that's right, pal. And do you remember, you like Malcolm in the Middle, don't you, Josh?
Love.
Big Malcolm in the Middle fan?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Quite a change.
Huh?
Frankie
Muniz is going to star in
You let him do the show, do the
a
sports.
spinoff called Malcolm X in the Middle.
Oh, that will be something.
Yeah, it's quite a feat.
That's bold
not
casting.
Not since Al Jolson. Oh, that's not what's happening.
I just want to be the guy explaining what happened when we're back on the air and you two clowns are gone. That's all. That's what well, what happened was. And,
hey, nobody can take a joke.
Yeah, keep singing that. Frankie Muniz of Malcolm in the Middle is set to race full-time for the NASCAR-owned ARCA series.
Oh, no kidding. I knew he was a
How about
big...
that?
That's cool.
I knew he was a racer. But
The former actor will be behind the wheel for Rhett Jones, R-E-T-T-E, Rhett, like Corvette, Rhett Jones, racing number 30 Ford Mustang starting next month.
And he's legit.
The series hits Daytona.
Most actors, when you hear about their driving, it's for Uber. I think they've fallen on hard times.
Oh, child actors.
You've got an edge today.
He does.
You know, Jerry Mathers last seen driving for Uber.
Todd Bridges. I don't know, working for Lyft.
Who was the EMT? Wasn't that Corey Hart or somebody? Wasn't he an EMT or something?
Yes.
No,
it was not Corey Hart, but it was
Van Halen. It was David Lee Roth.
No.
I thought it was too.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
David Lee Roth
Could have been, but
became an
that's not who I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Bobby Sherman.
Yeah.
Bobby Sherman's who I was thinking
Yeah.
of. He was an EMT.
Easy come, easy go.
Oh, I loved it.
Why isn't that a TV show?
Bobby Sherman, EMT.
Emergency, starring Bobby Sherman. Start a solution to D5W.
Right, I think at his age, he'd be the guy
I was gonna
being
say.
loaded into the ambulance.
Anybody want to guess how old Frankie Muniz is?
42.
42, 32.
I'm going 38.
Anybody?
45.
37.
Oh. Okay.
But, Josh, you went over.
I did.
So
Yep.
I bet 1 year, so I win. More sports coming up, including a world record. Is that right? Do we have? Yes, we do.
Yeah, you do.
And it's a weird.
It's real stupid.
It's so odd.
Okay.
I never even knew this was a thing. Wait till you hear about this one. Yikes. Very, very weird.
I guess it would have to be a thing for someone to get this good at it, I guess.
Yeah, it involves Leonardo da Vinci, believe it or not.
Was it some sort of code he used?
Yeah.
Or?
It's but really, really strange. If you want to write us a letter, we'd love to hear from you. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Just get the Bob and Tom app, and you're a click away. The app is free, and you can listen to all kinds of cool stuff on the Bob and Tom app. We certainly appreciate
You're
it.
just
also.
a click away.
We also have the Bob and Tom VIP, which is about to get even cooler. Details on that coming up. Also coming up in the news, we have...
Speaking of the news, dear immature buttheads.
Oh, that's us.
Yesterday, towards the end of the show, I almost had to pull my semi-tractor trailer to the shoulder from laughing so hard I couldn't see.
Oh, no.
When all of you were talking about Christy and watching Yellowstone and all the camping they must do. Thank you.
Campers.
Thank you, Christy. I had difficult breathing and blurry eyes. It made me nervous, but thankfully I did hit a red light and I was able to recover.
Oh, good. Thank goodness he said
His
red
name
light.
is Curtis. Thank you, Curtis.
I
hit a small compact car, and I was able to recover.
Bad day to be in a Corolla, my friend.
Coming up, we have something kind of interesting involving the old folks, the elderly, and marijuana.
Oh, okay.
And not unexpected, if you think about it, the quality of today's marijuana.
Right.
Isn't it Patton Oswalt who said if you get to be the age of 100, you should be able to commit murder or something like that?
Yeah.
So I would like to take that idea and go, if you get to like the age of 75 or whatever, whatever you need's free. Drug, whatever kind of drugs.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were going to say everybody over 75 could kill people. That
and
would be
whatever drugs you want are free.
What about prostitutes?
Free.
Oh.
But they're also old prostitutes, just to be fair.
Well, because,
all right,
it's the union. They've got seniority.
It's a damn fine joke. I don't know how it goes, but it's a damn fine joke.
I was great-grandmothered in.
That's right.
Right now, I want to remind you that
what's she doing?
The world of romance is just around the corner. Of course, I'm talking about Valentine's Day. That's where Steven Singer comes in, Steven Singer Jewelers. Steven Singer started out as a diamond wholesaler, and he said, wait a second. I don't like what these jewelry stores are doing. I think I can do it better. And he opened up Steven Singer Jewelers. You'll find him at IHateStevenSinger.com. He thought the other guys were focusing on the wrong stuff. He wants to celebrate love. So check it out at IHateStevenSinger.com, the place to buy real diamond jewelry for your real love. He's famous, of course, for his money-back guarantee, his free shipping. Get those orders in today before 2, and out the door they go. See what's going up right now by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. Like I said, real diamonds from a real jeweler you can trust. No gotchas, no weirdo sales. It's just straightforward. Here's what it is. And if you like to trade up, you can very easily. Steven Singer is famous for that. IHateStevenSinger.com is the place. Tell him the Bob and Tom Show sent you. That's IHateStevenSinger.com, and he's an Steven, Steven. That's right. IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up, we have marijuana at the old folks' home. We have a robot that can play golf. Ugh.
Isn't anyone watching the science fiction movies? Don't they care that this all becomes true and they come get us? Battlestar Galactica?
Asimov has tried to tell us.
Yes.
Cameron has tried to tell us.
Yep.
Philip K. Dick's tried to tell us.
My gosh.
What's happening?
Also, we have a really interesting scientific study about the relationship between the size of one's male member and one's interest in getting a sports car.
Oh, this whole thing?
Oh,
Really?
this whole thing,
Has
yeah.
it been proven?
Might have been.
Whoa.
Oh, so
We'll find out.
The more of a desire, the smaller, I'm
Yep.
guessing? Is that?
Well, that was sort of the bias they went into the study with. And, of course,
Certainly.
When you go in with a bias like that, you come out with the conclusion you want, I think.
Oh.
But we'll see how pseudoscience and psychology meet coming up today. And also, we have a rather interesting update on the famous No Pants subway ride in New York City. We'll be talking about all those things coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This NFL season.
Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra. These guys are all wound up and ready to rock, I think. So, Steve?
Well, looks like we got dumped.
Uh-oh.
Is there anything you'd like to say to them? Well, our girls have left us, so I'd like to say just one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, blow me.
Oh, a kiss as you're leaving.
Blow me.
Oh, a kiss right now.
'Cause if you're gonna leave me, honey, I will surely miss the way you blow me.
Oh, blow me a kiss. Come on and blow, 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 blow me.
A kiss like you mean it.
Blow me.
A kiss right now.
I really can't remember anything as hard as this. So blow me.
Blow me a kiss. Wow.
Some things in life are hard to swallow.
She couldn't take it all, Dean.
She couldn't handle everything.
Oh, good. But if she comes back tomorrow, I'll be shooting my wad on flowers and the rain, honey. Blow me.
A kiss as you're leaving, baby.
Blow me.
Oh, a kiss as you go.
And always think about me as you're going down
your list.
And blow me.
Blow me a kiss. I'll miss her arms and her elbows.
I'll miss her arms and her elbows.
I'll miss her legs so tall.
Yeah! I'll miss her legs so tall.
I'll miss her neck and her shoulders.
Yes, sir. But I'll miss her head most of all. Rock out, fellas.
Swinging them, Maui.
Baby, blow me.
A kiss as you're leaving, baby.
Blow me.
Oh, a kiss as you go. And if you wanna come home, honey, that's okay. Just grab a hold of this and baby, blow me. Baby, won't you blow me? Blow me a kiss. Oh, I've been melting. Oh, golly.
I'll miss your arms and your elbows. Woo! Fantastic.
The Bob and
Dean
Tom
Jerry.
Band and Orchestra.
Amazing.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Jerry.
More than 1,300 flights were canceled, 9,000 delayed by early evening on the East Coast alone. NOTAM has been around for more than half a century, and it has evolved from paper to computers. It's now in the process of being updated, but failed in the meantime, along with the backup system. The man accused in the fatal stabbings of 4 University of Idaho students will be in court today for a hearing that comes a day after classes resumed for undergraduates. Washington State University grad student Brian Koberger has yet to enter a plea and is waiting to learn whether prosecutors will pursue the death penalty. It's been nearly 2 months since the 4 students were killed and 2 weeks since Koberger was arrested. And the oldest living survivor of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 celebrated his upcoming 105th birthday at the National World War II Museum in New Orleans. Joseph Eskenazi of Redondo Beach, California, boarded an Amtrak train Friday for the journey. He arrived at the museum Wednesday morning, posing for pictures with 6 other World War II veterans amid exhibits of beach landing vessels and aircraft. Happy birthday. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
We had a guy die there that one.
Oh, that's right. I know the story.
I've seen some bad shows, but
Now this guy actually died. A comedian named Ron Douglas actually died.
He died stopped breathing, died?
He stopped breathing, died.
Did he die in the green room?
He died in the green room.
And everybody went home and didn't know that.
And Larry Reed was there, and I was there.
And you didn't know he was dead?
No, I thought he was sleeping.
So you left him there?
We left him.
So you all, the second show, so you all went home?
We all went home. So he's dead on the couch.
So you get a call the next morning?
We get a call the next morning. And Larry answered the phone. We were both staying in the same condo. Larry answered. He just hear he beat me to the phone. He got there. He says, "What? Who? Dead?"
That's Larry Reed.
Yeah. This is all I'm hearing. What? Who? Dead?
That could be the funniest thing I've ever heard in this room.
If you could do an impression of a guy with 3 words and nail it.
Who?
Dead. And I've got this look on my face of Larry like, what? He hangs up the phone, looks right at me, and says, "Frickin' Ron's dead."
That's it.
That was it.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob.
Simple. Thank you very much.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee. Uh-huh. And here's Tom Griswold, who, here's what happened. We all like our Kleenex. Well, face tissue, I guess, is what we like. And I had a box over here.
Yes.
That is about half gone. That's how I know it's my box. So it, for the past 2 days, been sitting next to Christy, and I go get it and bring it back over here. Well, yesterday, I went and got it and brought it back over here, and I saw you come in with a brand new box.
No, I tried to find a new box. There were no Kleenex boxes in the back.
There are some around here somewhere.
Well,
They've changed
I
their look.
found
I can't
one
find it.
on my desk. I don't know where it came from, so I brought that in here, which is the one you just took from me.
No, this
yes.
is mine.
I came in.
This should clear things up.
America's office.
There was a box on my desk, and I put it on your desk because you use it more than I.
Right, and then I brought it in here because the one here was gone.
Well, I think mine being gone started first.
No.
The whole thing rolled.
Well, yours is gone because I took it.
Why did you
see,
take
that
mine?
was mine.
Because I couldn't find it in the green room, and I said to Mike, Mark, where's the Kleenex? And he walked over to your desk and said, here, take this one.
Oh, boy.
Son of
So
a
you
gun.
just stole my box.
I
Kleenex.
need it bad. I'm flowing.
We're also missing a hot
sauce.
Okay.
In case you guys don't know.
Wait a minute, hold it. What's this? What's going on?
There was a hot sauce in the green room that's not there anymore, and it's not in any of your desks. I looked.
I don't use it.
Yeah, I don't care for it.
Well, sorry, we need to get back to the world of sports. So
What about yak meat? Aren't we going to have yak meat?
I want to. We had a news story yesterday about some yaks that were loose, and the fire department at a place called Noblesville, Indiana, had to round them up.
Oh, where's that?
And we have since found out that yak meat is delicious. I was wondering why you'd have yaks lying around, but apparently that's what they're for.
How do I pick up yak meat?
I think I know where you can get some.
Can I go to my Kroger's where savings never stop and grab some yak
don't know
meat?
if Kroger would have it, but got this letter. This is from Jody. Jody writes, on a trip to Alaska, I had a yak burger. It was great.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jody. And I've received several letters. The yak steaks, apparently, very good.
I look forward to trying it.
Yeah, so we'll see if we can get a hold of some yak meat. Maybe cook it in the air fryer. Or maybe on the Big Green Egg. By the way, the winner of the latest Big Green Egg Mini-Max from this show is Robert Hatton of Cincinnati. He'll be picking against Chick McGee in the legendary Shoe-In of the Week coming up a little bit later on this morning. Now, we return to the sports page.
The world of specialized robots continues to expand. Now there's a robot that can play golf on its own.
Oh, boy.
According to New Scientist, the aptly named robot called... Really? I'm not going to say that. You can say it. I'm not going to
I don't know what it is. Arnie?
Is it a robot pun or?
Golfy.
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 Golfi. Golfy.
Sorry, Golfy, this place is restricted. You'll have to wait.
Yeah, you have to have flesh.
Oh, no.
Humans only.
Golfy is the
Gentleman's Agreement, starring Golfy.
I'm telling you, Golfy is the first to autonomously spot and travel to a golf ball anywhere on a green before sinking a putt. This is bad news. At present, Golfy has been able to sink more than 60% of putts on a flat indoor green.
Oh.
Well,
come on.
This is how it starts. But it can only putt, so it's more of a putt-putt thing than...
Putt for the fun.
It's not like you can't drive and go find its ball. Can it find the ball anywhere in the fairway? Or off the fairway, even more important.
Must putt.
Must keep getting out of sand trap.
Now, that would be very nice to have a robot find your ball when you hit it into the...
I think there's a way they can do that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a way they can do that where you could find your ball, but they would have to inject a bit of nuclear material into the balls.
I'm okay with that.
And maybe could be a problem. Hey, I can see your bones through your golf glove. Oh, it's
You ever played nighttime golf?
I know. I've always wanted to. It looks really fun.
I did one time and hated it.
Really?
But the point is, yeah, you're as soon as you hit the ball, it glows.
Right.
There's something that bursts inside the ball and it makes it glow. And they say it doesn't affect how it travels or whatever, but yeah.
Well,
so then you
to be realistic, a golf robot, you'd have to sort of give it like one Budweiser per hole there in the beginning, get it loosened up a little bit.
Put shorts on it, like crazy shorts, and
yeah. Have it harass the cart girl. Hey, sweetheart, I just want one. Oh, no one can take a joke anymore.
Oh. What am I on your pay no mind list?
The John Daly robot would have a built-in refrigerator.
Just opens up its stomach, pulls about a beer.
And an ashtray on top, starting the cigarettes.
Somebody get on this.
Well, no, it's a robot, so it vapes. It doesn't smoke cigarettes.
I want to know where this is. Researchers at Paderborn University.
Paderborn.
P-A-D as in dog, E-R, B as in boy, O-R-N, University. Never heard of
Scotland,
it.
maybe?
Huh?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
Scotland, England,
Means the
Australia.
birth of the father in Scotland.
Paderborn.
No, B-O-O, yes, B-O-R-N, yes.
It's in Germany, Paderborn University.
So the Germans have robots. Is that right?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a public university in Paderborn, Germany.
Wait a minute. He's driving toward Poland.
You know what Norm Macdonald always used to say about Germany? You got to keep an eye on them because they keep starting wars with the world. Anyway, Paderborn University said the idea behind the golfing robot, Golfy, is not to win tournaments, but to demonstrate how robotic applications can be simplified by combining physics-based models with machine learning.
I don't like the phrase machine learning.
Me either.
Does it shout out 4 in binary? What would that be? Oh, 1, 1, oh, I don't know how that works. Just zeros and ones, right?
How about a robotic hitman? He's the best ever.
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
Oh, that would be scary. What are you talking
Lord.
about? Shush.
Well, that's essentially what Terminator was.
Yeah.
Wasn't Gene Simmons and what was that movie?
Runaway.
Runaway with the spiders.
Yes, Tom Selleck.
And how did he not win an Academy Award for supporting actor? Gene Simmons.
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley.
And bullets that could turn corners. That's a good flick.
Bullets that...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Try running away from a bullet that can turn a corner. Go ahead. Wow. You can't do it.
So the golfing robot.
Golfing robot.
It's out there. Will it join that Saudi Arabian Live tour or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
Could be. Thanks for mentioning that.
It's in a foursome with 3 Roombas.
Go ahead. Cut my head off. I'll just get another one.
We're playing with a threesome of Roombas. Perfect.
Yes. Data technology, the iPhone 4.
iPhone 4.
iPhone 4. World record coming up for one of the oddest talents this reporter's ever heard of.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We've
This
been
is
in here a
something that
long
would
time.
be
That's quite a statement.
incredibly difficult to do and utterly pointless.
But once you get
Wouldn't
the hang
agree?
of it, I think it would be fun. But yeah, utterly pointless.
All right.
Okay. Can't wait to hear about it.
And just weird. But it involves Leonardo da Vinci in kind of an interesting way. Now, we have a number of letters also to get to this morning. If you want to reach us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We would love to hear from you. An interesting update on Caroline's Comedy Club in New York City, the famous club. You've played there, right, Pat?
Yeah, a lot, yeah.
Well, if you're playing there next time, you'll need a paddle.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard.
The details on that are coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
How are things going, Ron? You're out on tour. You got a lot of live shows happening.
Yeah, they keep showing up, and I can't believe it either.
We have. I noticed you've got your guitar out.
I do.
Give that a strum. I want to see if. Oh, that's nice.
I'd like to sing you a song that could probably change your life. But I don't have one. So I'll just sing this. She don't have a boyfriend, and she don't really care. She's always real happy. She's got a grin from ear to ear. And she don't need no alcohol to find her happy spot. She found that a long time ago, and buddy, she goes there a lot. bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, 'cause it's too much work, just a flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Go on, flick it, girl. Well, here she comes and there she goes, dancing around on her tippy toes. Have you ever seen a woman just smile like that after sitting at home and just rubbing that cat? It ain't over when she gets back home. She'll be flicking that thing until the cows come home. Bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, 'cause it's too much work, just a flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicky, 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 flick, flicky, 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 flicking the bean.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Bills safety Damar Hamlin has been released from a hospital in Buffalo 9 days after he went into cardiac arrest and had to be resuscitated during a game at Cincinnati. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel says quarterback Tua Tagovailoa remains in NFL's concussion protocol and has been officially ruled out for Sunday's playoff game against Buffalo. And Lamar Jackson again absent from practice yesterday for the Baltimore Ravens. He hasn't participated since injuring his knee December 4th in a win over Denver. No sign of him yesterday as the Ravens prepare for Sunday night's playoff opener at Cincinnati. NBA winners last night: Washington, Detroit, Boston, Milwaukee, New York, Memphis, Sacramento, and Denver. Top 25 college basketball: number 1, Houston; number 4, Alabama; number 25, Marquette; number 10, Texas; number 12, Xavier; number 16, Miami; number 22, College of Charleston; and number 24, Duke all win. And Texas A&M upset number 20, Missouri, 82-64. And winners in the NHL last night, all in regulation: Philadelphia, Toronto, Edmonton, and Los Angeles. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Friday, 8 p.m.
Hi, excuse me. I'm having a dinner party and I've run out of coffee. Might I borrow some?
Sure.
Here you go.
A few minutes later.
Excuse me. Could I trouble you again for some more coffee?
I just gave you some 10 minutes ago.
I know, but my guests are really big coffee drinkers.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
What?
Do you live here alone?
Yeah, why?
Shortly thereafter.
You again?
I need more coffee.
It's impossible.
Okay, but it is possible that you want me.
No. Good night.
2 minutes after that.
Go away.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. The coffee is so good, he'll come back again and again and again.
Coffee. More coffee.
Go away.
I need some coffee.
I'm going to call the police.
You want it so bad.
I'm calling 911.
You want it so bad.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. Share some with a neighbor. Stalker's Choice. It's what obsessive-compulsive relationships are made of.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, Better get up, get some exercise.
Also joining us in the studio, comedian John Bazaar.
Well, I find that now that I need a woman, I mean, integrity, strength of character, honesty, but really the most important thing, got to have a big ass. I may be outside the pale on this one, judging by all the magazine covers I see, but I'm done with these ectoskeletal, wafer-thin, rice cake chomping chicks with the Ally McBeal arms and those heroin-looking legs. Even the Three Little Pigs knew you don't build something out of sticks if you're going to spend any time inside.
Where are you from, man?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, you know, small, thugged out town. You know, it's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
That's small.
People like, stick 'em up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? How's she doing? I'll come home for dinner.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, that's me.
Yep, there's Pat Godwin at the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. Willie Griswold's here.
Chick McGee.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
I think we finally have an astute analysis of this show.
Really?
Someone has finally nailed it.
Okay.
I've often been asked to describe this program. I've been doing this for 40-plus years, and I really don't know
A
what
mess
I'm doing.
has been used
listen to
couple
this.
times.
This comes to us from, I'll just say JB. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
I work the day shift at an Alzheimer's dementia facility. I put your show on the radio the other day in the facility dining room. Once again, this is a dementia Alzheimer's facility. I was assisting several ladies with their breakfast, and asked one of the ladies about your show. Her quote, "They don't know what they're doing, but it sounds like they're having fun." I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Ma'am, thank you very much.
She's right.
That's damn near perfect.
I hope the world you're living in is a good one. That's all I can say. Thank you very much. Christy Lee is at the news desk. We'll be hearing from her coming up. Speaking of the elderly, if you will, we have an interesting news story about the elderly and marijuana. We've had some interesting stories recently about the elderly and various erectile dysfunction drugs and how that is sort of changing the social scene at the old folks' home, if you will, the assisted living facility. Are you okay over there? Didn't want to pass you the baton until you got your...
Stupid.
All right.
What the hell happened? Did everybody else hear that?
Okay.
It just cut off. Stupid world record. An Italian man has set the Guinness World Record for the most books typed backwards.
This is bizarre.
I'll just leave it there with you for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it gets even weirder.
Typed backwards.
Yeah, well, this involves, if you read deeply into it, the article, it involves the whole thing Da Vinci would do. It's called mirror writing.
So it's not just backwards on a tie. It's backwards.
Yeah, each letter is backwards.
Yeah. So in other words, yeah.
So if you look at it in a mirror, it looks
yes.
fine.
Yeah. If you look at it in a mirror, it looks regular writing.
How do you do that?
God knows.
How do you turn the letters around on your keyboard?
Well,
Michel Santalia.
He has four different keyboards that he has custom. I'm sorry. You want us to read the article like this? You okay over there? I'm trying to help you because you've been coughing. I'm doing you a favor.
Michel Santalia set the record title with 81 books. The 63-year-old accountant accomplishes his hobby at night, typing books backwards on 4 completely blank keyboards simultaneously.
Completely blank? What does that mean?
I don't know. He also types out each book in its original language, whether it be hieroglyphics, Old Hebrew, traditional Chinese, Mayan, or cuneiform.
if they're reading left, right to left, he's got to do them right. This is super confusing. He's done all of Leonardo da Vinci's writings. He's redone them in type.
Among the backwards typed books are the Epic of Gilgamesh, an ancient Egyptian book of the dead, the Code of Hammurabi, the Bible, of course, big seller.
Oh, good book.
And
backwards.
Da Vinci's writings, all of Da Vinci's
What
prizes.
is the point of this?
And then, of course, he did Guinness World Records 2002, the big year for the world record book.
Oh, sure.
I don't know.
It's just some crazy, time-consuming hobby.
But how do you even begin that hobby?
Why doesn't he put model cars together?
Yeah, do Legos.
Why doesn't
Well, he may be some sort of savant or something.
Why doesn't he build a canoe in his garage?
This must give him comfort as well, because nobody would just do this.
No.
There's something mental going on as well. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's...
He may be...
Maybe his brain thinks backwards.
Yeah, there's
maybe
something... Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he has a...
I mean, Da Vinci certainly, the word genius would absolutely apply.
Sure.
Is there a chance he's doing this, like crack some ancient code and find some treasure or something? Could there be some weird ulterior
Now that
motive
would be
here?
cool.
Or is it just a fun hobby?
You know, Da Vinci means the Vinci. Did you know?
This could be the beginning of that thing you were talking about, Josh.
What's that?
Well, you were talking earlier about you got onto the beach and there's that great
I remember correctly. Yeah,
saving the
He
beach.
knows I gotta go save this beach now.
Yeah, a little tribute to
The
Jeff.
studio is probably going to want to workshop the title a little bit, but I say we stand tall. I say we do not budge at all.
That's right.
Okay.
Even if it means we get no money, nothing.
So that's our world record for today.
And that's sports.
Typing books backwards. Just crazy stuff.
I don't even understand how that works.
Well, we don't really need to.
You hold a mirror up to it, and
I
then you can read
understand that,
it.
but the letters on your keyboard are forward.
He has 4 custom keyboards, so he must have to program them. I mean, this is...
It's all right, Chrissy. Your energy...
Going to take thousands
best
of hours.
served elsewhere.
Yeah, I think it would be totally wasted for you to try to comprehend this entire. Just let it go. Let it roll right over you.
He hands you something from the printer. It's the meaning of life. And you look at it and go, "This is gibberish."
Yeah.
No. You got to hold it up to a mirror. Of course, it's going to be in what it is, that old Hebrew or Italian or something.
Cuneiform,
It's
hieroglyphics.
crazy. Coming up, there is more sports. It's going to be the Shoein of the Week starring Chick McGee, picking all the NFL games this week. Up against this week, Robert Hatton from Cincinnati, Ohio, our last winner of the Big Green Egg Mini Max.
How many games do we have this weekend?
6.
That'll be coming up later on in this show. Thank you very much. And we get the official outro from Finn.
This is what you farted for.
Yeah. Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Christy.
This is kind of a sports note. New York City's famous comedy Caroline's Comedy Club on Broadway closed its curtains for good on New Year's Eve after a legendary 4-decade run. But now it will become a ping pong club called Spin NYC Times Square. Spin NYC bills itself as the iconic ping pong social club with a 14,000 square foot space and charges upwards of $59 per hour per table.
Wow.
Isn't Susan Sarandon real big
Yes.
into this?
This is her club.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, look
She's
for
a big ping pong player.
Look for a for-lease sign in about 3 weeks.
Hey, Frank Caliendo's got it made. He can
I
do stand-up and play ping
Sent
pong.
Frank the story yesterday.
Yeah, same with Judah.
Yeah.
They can both.
Judah Friedman,
really,
yeah.
Yeah, Frank's, I sent it to him. He goes, what a world. Well, this will be nice.
Boy, if that's not a brush off, huh?
No.
Yeah, he didn't want to talk to you about anything.
I mean, Frank's a very fine comedian.
Next to, how did you get this number? What a world.
And a very fine table tennis player.
Kiss my ass to be up there.
Nice place for Will Smith to practice his backhand.
Oh.
Okay, this is sad. Great comedy club closing for a ping pong parlor.
Well,
Okay.
they're not
chance it makes
making
more
any-
money.
Yeah, not making any more land, my friend.
Okay, we'll see. I say it's closed within a year.
Oh gosh, no, these are big. There's one in Chicago. They do better than you think.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'd almost rather do anything than play ping pong.
Really?
Oh, you don't like it at all?
No, including setting myself on fire.
What?
Oh, wow.
Crashing my car into a
It's
tree.
fun.
I like to play ping pong. It's fun. We had one in our basement for a long time.
Billiard hall. Now they turned it to a billiard hall. Then you'd have something, but not ping pong. That's silly.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
I have paddles and balls and no ping pong table.
What?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I was going to get a ping pong table, and so I was gifted paddles and balls.
But they never
But-
got the table.
So they're
The parents of the woman I was living with at the time, that ended, and I thought it was weird for me to go, hey, can I
Have your ping
can I
pong
still get that ping pong table?
Hey, before she leaves, I want to ask her.
I guarantee they would still give it to me.
They were going to give you their old ping pong table?
Yeah, they begged me to take it. They were like, it's just sitting there, please.
Yeah, that's what most of them end up doing.
I gave mine away, too.
There you go.
I've got a great basement for it.
I gave mine away, too.
You have a basement?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right now, it's just my...
And Josh has an emotional tie to ping pong, of course, because as we were discussing the other day, when his grandmother died
This again.
at the old folks' home, as you know, they had the service right there in the facility, did they not?
Yeah, they loved their...
how I'm going to get through this.
They loved their facility. So the service was...
I know it's almost over. But
right there at the chapel, and the chapel was right next to the rec
We got
room.
the audio. There's the body on the slab.
This could be the worst sound effect we have, by the way. It's too loud. It's very intrusive.
Hey, they're trying to have a funeral. Oh, you missed it. Oh, no, nice save.
No.
Is it disturbing to anyone else
He missed it.
that we have two sound effects at the ready to make Josh feel sad about his lost loved ones?
Yeah.
There's just two buttons we can
What
push.
do you mean? My mother was just eating her toenails.
Yeah, we've also got this classic.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if...
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Again, the beauty of that is the laugh of Miss Hooker.
And she better be coming in with yak meat. Am I right, everybody? Yak meat?
Well, that's a little hard for her to probably come up with in a day.
I think we'll have to try the yak meat next week. Once again, we were
Give her
talking
some
about
time.
yak. Okay.
Everything she brings in is good. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yak meat, yak meat, yak meat.
Well, we just found out about
that
yak
at
meat
Kroger
yesterday.
on the way in.
Today, yak meat.
Okay, let's move forward here. Christy Lee, give me the teaser, please.
Coming up, we have a lot of older Californians in the ER thanks to marijuana. We have a human heart found
Oh, man.
by workers at a salt facility in Tennessee.
It's a good boy. What do you got there? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Isn't that what happens?
And if you were planning on doing the no pants subway ride in New York City, sorry.
Rat Race, the dog finds a heart, right?
Mm-hmm. They did it in London last week, but apparently the New York City one, not
I am
happening.
not paying attention to anything you're saying.
She's talking about the no pants subway ride. And that's,
Are you going to tell your story about the no pants subway ride?
I wasn't on the...
In Paris?
No, he was on the escalator, right?
Weren't you interviewing Cadillac Rivera, Brassier, or whatever?
Henri Cartier-Bresson.
Whatever.
Oh, Jesus.
Right now, if you want to be safe, what do you do at your house, Chick McGee?
You lock her down, Tom. You got cameras outside. You know who's on their way. And, of course, the first step is contacting Simply Safe. You know, property crimes like burglary, package thefts, they go up over the winter. That's right. And now is the best time to secure your compound with award-winning home security. Simply Safe, named the best home security of 2022 by U.S. News & World Report for the third year in a row. If you have an emergency, 24/7 professional monitoring agency use Fast Protect technology exclusively from Simply Safe, capturing critical evidence and verifying the threat is real. You get faster police dispatch, and Simply Safe is whole home security. Advanced sensors every room, HD security cameras inside and out, and get that app for your smartphone. You can have complete control of your system anytime, anywhere. Arm or disarm, unlock for a guest. I wonder who's standing on my porch right now. Well, kick your camera on there on your phone. Boom, there you go. For less than $1 a day. Customize the perfect system for your home online, then install it yourself in just a few minutes. Go to simplysafetom.com and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Coming up, we have the relationship between the length of the male member and sports cars. Long been a popular psychological theory. It's actually been scientifically explored. We'll find out about that. And stoners in the old folks' home. Details coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Hey, Donnie Baker. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Thursday, January 12th is the date Jess Hooker will be along. We call her Hooker the Cooker because she generally whips up something in the green room or in her kitchen and then brings it in for us to try. Not sure what our topic or our food item will be today, but I do know it'll be a lot of fun. That's Jess Hooker. Al Jackson as well, aljacksonlive.com. If you want to pick up one of his children's books, books, Where is Baby Ford? Again, available at aljacksonlive.com. Plus, Chick McGee and his playoff shoe-in of the week coming up. He'll be picking against our Week 18 winner, Robert Hatton from Cincinnati, Ohio, going to be joining us on the phone. That'll be in our final hour of the show this morning. The Chick McGee shoe-in of the week playoff edition on the way on a Thursday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Jeff Beck has died after suddenly contracting bacterial meningitis. He passed away Tuesday at the age of 78. He replaced Eric Clapton in the Yardbirds, was replaced himself by Jimmy Page. Beck played on Yardbirds classics like Heart Full of Soul and Shape of Things. He also performed with his own band and with Rod Stewart, lent his guitar work to acts like Macy Gray, Stevie Wonder, Cyndi Lauper, Winona Judd. The list goes on and on. Most recently with Johnny Depp. Beck was inducted into the Rock Hall twice, once with the Yardbirds and once as a solo act. Jeff Beck was known as a guitar player's guitar player. Apparently, the public has not tired of hearing about Prince Harry. Sales for Spare have placed the Duke of Sussex in some rarefied company. Penguin Random House announced Wednesday that the first-day sales for his tell-all memoir topped 1.4 million copies. That's a record pace for a nonfiction from the company. And the comeback of the Golden Globe Awards, not a big draw for TV viewers. Nielsen reports Tuesday's awards show drew 6.3 million viewers. That's the second smallest audience ever for the Globes, with only the Globes press conference held during the 2008 writer's strike getting fewer viewers. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. The first time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide and get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Now, have you ever done a cop convention or anything?
I just did one last night.
Did you really?
Yeah, you know, and they're fun because they understand stuff that I'm talking about, you know. I always say
Unlike the normal audience.
Yeah, the biggest misconception people have about police is that we really care. Because don't. If you see a wreck and you can make a U-turn, you're going to do it.
Sometimes you just get stuck.
Oh, you know, you just don't want to hear it. It's always the same thing.
I don't want to hear it.
That's true. Every time you make a traffic stop, I ain't out catching real criminals. Well, I'll tell you the truth, lady, I'm not that good at this job. I'm trying to figure out a way to get disability without actually hurting myself. See, I was a smart aleck.
Didn't take it all that serious.
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Oh, heck no. People would make U-turns on the expressway. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, you know, because it says authorized vehicles only. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, I authorize you. I didn't care. You can't be subpoenaed if your name's not on anything. That's the way I always felt about it.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 hours. No, 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time. It saves the world. Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
An overturned truck spilled 42,000 pounds of beer onto a West Virginia highway the day after Christmas.
Damn.
I just picture hill folk crawling out of the ditch immediately. Like the second the beers hit, all of a sudden there's 30 people. Oh, get them, some more beer. Go on, get them, grab them.
Give me that straw.
I mean, they didn't ship it in a big tanker?
No. You're thinking of gasoline.
Yes, gasoline goes in big tankers.
I've seen one filled with fat. It said, this fat is not edible. It's used for something else.
Non-potable
it was a big
fat.
tanker. Here's one of the fattest things I've ever done.
Oh, God.
Somebody once put a sign on my back that said, this fat is not edible. It is just used for other uses. Is that what you wanted, chick?
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Morning.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Jess Hooker. She joins us.
Hi.
Yak meat. There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Okay,
Hello,
this
Tom.
yak meat thing.
You want steak or ground?
That's exactly what I just
I
asked.
do whatever. You're the boss, Jess. We had an interesting news story yesterday about the police and fire departments having to round up some loose yaks in the middle of a place called Noblesville, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure whose yaks they were, but I was wondering why you'd have a yak. And I immediately received a number of emails saying yak meat is absolutely delicious, not gamey, very lean, and apparently fairly accessible.
Yeah.
So you can maybe next week.
Yeah.
Maybe should we do? I think ground yak would be.
We can do ground. We could do burgers. We could do
I had a nice letter from someone who was in Alaska and had a burger, but would you want to try the steaks?
We could do steaks or brisket or, yeah.
I think I'd like to try whatever the least seasoned or dry. Like I want to try the natural yak.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Whatever brings out the most
Okay.
natural flavors.
All right. We'll get
And
that
obviously,
ordered.
we obviously have a theme song. Yak Zach. They should, while the firemen were chasing the yaks, they should have played this. Do we have any details on whose yaks these were and how they got out?
I tried to find out. I couldn't find the information, so I don't know. I'm sure. I'm surprised somebody hasn't called.
Do the police charge you if they have to round up your yaks?
I would think it would only make sense.
I'm just wondering if that's.
I bet you have to tag.
There might be some kind of tax.
We, the taxpayer, have
probably
to
have to tag your yak.
Yeah, of course.
You have to pay a yak tax if you.
Do you?
Now, since you just joined us, a couple quick things. I hate to be the bearer of bad news or sad news, but I'm sure you heard that.
We're out of Kleenex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that probably is the first thing.
Does that fall under
It
your?
is. Well, okay, in all honesty, I was here Monday, and I needed Kleenex, and I was in Jason's office. I came and stole Chick's, took it in there, left it on your desk. Ace, and Ace put it on Christy's desk. So
that's
me.
where that all happened.
That's me. That's my fault.
We'll worry about the Kleenex.
Ironically, this is also how germs are spread.
Sharing Kleenex.
Yeah.
Oh no! But we did have a sad death in the world of rock and roll. The great guitarist Jeff Beck. Died apparently yesterday or the day before. And are you familiar with Mr. Beck's work?
Yeah.
Just was on tour. He was on tour actually with Johnny Depp. Mm-hmm. Of all
Just
things.
came off the road. In fact, apparently Johnny Depp was at his bedside when he passed. Yeah.
Great guitarist. He's in the pantheon, if you will, with Eric Clapton and
married six times.
Jimmy Page. Yeah, that's
whoa. He had some big numbers.
What an incredible loser! 6. I mean, 3. I can understand.
Johnny Depp said this was a nice change of pace for him to be at a deathbed, not dressed as a pirate.
We don't know. He might have been dressed as a pirate.
Very insensitive.
Also, to be close to bed, without poop on it. That's a good one for him.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah. What's her name? Amber Heard.
Yes, that's the last we heard of her. I hope.
Yeah. You ever hear this? You ever hear this tune here? This is Jeff Beck.
You didn't make it clear. I'm sorry.
Chick.
He walked into the wrong studio.
Could you do something?
I'm not in charge. Hey, if I was in charge, half these guys wouldn't be here. Okay? I'm sorry. Is this on? Holy hell!
The other interesting thing I thought is did you see that Paul McCartney was nearly killed?
No.
Yeah, his daughter Mary is
bear
doing
attack. It was horrible.
No, his daughter Mary has a thing on Disney Plus right now. It's If These Walls Could Sing. It's the history of the Abbey Road studios, the very famous studios, of course, where the Beatles recorded, Pink Floyd, all kinds of great artists over the years. And there's the famous shot of the cover of the Abbey Road album. I'm sure you're familiar with that, where the 4 Beatles are crossing the street, and there's the Volkswagen in the background with the license plate 28 if, suggesting that that's when Paul McCartney was substituted for the robot Paul McCartney. But
some pretty good evidence out there to prove
but his daughter wanted to take a picture of Paul doing the doing the famous walk across where he was barefoot. And this is a true story. This is a genuine news story.
Yeah.
He was doing it and almost got hit by a car.
Oh.
And we have the audio, I think. Pat, do you have the...
Get the piano up here, yeah. The long and winding road.
Oh,
you nearly hit me there.
Boy, that would have been the worst.
Yeah, it would have.
I mean, if he died there.
God.
That would be weird. It really would have been.
That would have qualified as the most Beatle thing ever, I think, if that would have happened.
How much do you want to bet the guy driving the van saw him crossing the street and goes, "Who's this guy think he is? Paul McCartney or something?"
I hate that Christmas song.
Crossing the street, not bloody likely.
Maybe you can drive my car.
Yeah. Maybe he'd heard that song, opened the door, let him in, and said, "It's time to take Paul out." God, I hate that song. Is he just totally stoned?
Yeah, I don't.
Who's that knocking at my door? I can't get up off my fat ass.
Let him in, please. Let him in.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Okay, sorry. Not his finest hour.
No, but I.
No.
Where are you with a little luck? Where are you with that?
I love McCartney. I'm only kidding.
Oh.
One of the greatest shows I've ever seen. I've seen him 4 times.
Better looking 80-year-old man out there, I guarantee it.
He's the best. We have an interesting story about, I know Paul has had his run-ins with the marijuana.
Yeah.
You'll recall he was jailed briefly in Japan.
Hippie.
Years ago.
The only time he and Linda ever spent a night apart.
Oh.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's true. That is in fact.
I wonder who Linda banged that night.
Too much. Like Mick Jagger.
Yeah. Paul, do you have Bowie's number?
Bowie got around, didn't he?
Is he doing the girls this week? I can never keep track.
Which range
is he?
Let's see, where were we? Oh, this is an interesting story because I think we all know that today's marijuana, there should be a thing. It's not your father's marijuana.
Right. No, and a new study from UC San Diego found seniors are going to the ER in unprecedented numbers due to marijuana-related issues. Researchers cited, quote, a growing number of older adults experimenting with cannabis to help alleviate...
Okay, first of all, can I just say something here? Why are we still letting them use the word experimenting? Remember, this was a whole big thing back. Bill Clinton experimented with. No, this isn't an experiment.
Well, they're trying cannabis to help alleviate chronic symptoms.
The verbiage is so hack, and also calling them seniors is ridiculous.
They called them older adults. They didn't call them
They're old
seniors.
people. They're not senior citizen. Oh, do you have your senior citizen badge?
That's been around for 5 decades.
Yeah.
You're just now upset about senior citizens.
It's hack.
You were recently called that, weren't you? That's what this is about.
I may or may not have been asked if I wanted the discount at the movie theater. And I said, look, punk, I was rolling joints before your sperm emerged from your fat-ass dad.
You need to start a book. Hills I should have never planted that flag on.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have done that.
You like words. Doesn't the term senior citizen bother you?
No.
It sounds like you're part of some aging gray militia.
You are.
No, you're not a senior citizen. You're an adult. You're a grown, you're an old person.
To me, it doesn't have negative connotations.
I agree. I don't think so either.
But I grew up with it. So
it's hack writing.
No, you guys don't worry. Sometimes he gets this way when he doesn't get his breakfast tapioca.
I get this way because Mark hasn't gone out for the coffee. Did you ask him?
No, I don't know where Mark is. I don't know where everybody is all the time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I fired Mark for taking my Kleenex box.
Well, great. Now then you have to go get coffee.
The bricks. Yeah. Hit the bricks, Allison.
Wait a minute. You fired Mark?
Yeah.
Are these walls flame retardant? Because I have a feeling he's coming back with a flamethrower.
The notion that old people are experimenting with these aren't experiments. They're just smoking reefer.
I think what they're suggesting, yes, Christy.
They're just trying to see if it will help with the chronic pain
and
symptoms
that they haven't done
have.
it before.
Yes. And so it's partially responsible for the spike of older ER visitors.
Remember, the marijuana revolution kicked in the 60s. These people are now in their 80s, and they're just smoking the pot, except it's much stronger than it used to be.
Right, but it's also new.
But
they can do it legally.
There are a lot of people who didn't smoke pot in their 60s who are now trying it because they've heard so many people talk
I'm
about
experimenting, Josh. Get me a white coat.
What's the better word, Tom?
The better word
You know, this opens the door. Let me follow
Why
up
don't
what
you
Jess
just
has
write
said.
what you want us to say?
What would stop you from yelling?
Yeah.
Thanks, Jake.
Can we get there? We'll do it, whatever you want.
Christy has corrected it a few times. Trying, she said.
trying.
She's trying.
Study
We're
author
all trying.
Dr. Benjamin Hahn said, quote,
Hans, what kind of a stupid name is Hans?
Hahn, H-A-N. I do see a lot of older adults who are overly confident, saying they know how to handle it. Yet as they have gotten older, their bodies are more sensitive, and the concentrations are very different from what they may have tried when they were younger.
This is much stronger than the weed I bought from Jimmy Carter in high school.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the common story is that they think that their grandpa's stroking out, and it's actually he's high, like somebody gave him some edibles or something, and
remember that day I
take
took
him to the
edibles?
hospital.
The first one, I took an hour and a half. I took a second one, and then I spent the rest of the day laying in bed staring at my hand. But I didn't go to the ER. I thought about it.
Well, a lot of people are. I think we should probably instruct people what to do with a stoned grandparent.
What is that?
Well, they've probably just come
Put on
from
one of our
Take them to
greatest
Taco
hits.
Bell? What are you talking about?
They've probably just come from a Dead and Company show. You lay them down on the couch.
Yeah.
Give them a bowl of Werther's Originals.
Oh, okay.
Maybe some ginger ale. Put on Mitch Miller on the hi-fi.
Werther's Originals, and experimenting is hack writing.
Grandma keeps yelling bingo whenever someone scores on a Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they're stoned. And I guess you got to be very careful mixing weed with Lipitor or Metamucil. I think
really?
That's part of
What?
What?
Are you Metamucil for
No, he's making that up.
Okay, I thought you were serious.
Yeah, well, we have a tribute to this in a way. This is a classic piece from a comedian Paul Gilmartin, who has a podcast out there, and Paul is no longer a stoner, but there was a time when he imbibed.
Sure.
And here's what happened. This is an absolute classic.
Comedian Paul Gilmartin, last time you were here, you mentioned the fact that you had a rather unfortunate experience with marijuana involving your door and your car. And
here's the reason why I really should not smoke pot anymore. Just a couple months ago, I get high. I'm pretty high. I go out to get some, ice cream or something that that you have to have after you smoke pot. And I'm walking to the car and I'm making a list in my head of stuff I might as well get while I'm at the grocery store. I'm very intense into it, and I get in the car and I sit down and I go, okay, I got the list, and I look up and there's no steering wheel. I'm in the back seat. And then I pretend like I'm looking for something in case neighbors see me. Because a lot of people, when they look for something in their car, they actually get in and sit upright. What an idiot. What an idiot.
wow.
But you have to tell your friends that one. There's no way you can hide that.
Do your parents know you smoke pot?
I smoke pot with my parents.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. I never told you that?
No.
Yeah, my parents had been nagging me for years to tell me, what's it like smoking pot? What's it like smoking pot? And finally, they came to me and they said, it was like they had a little meeting. My dad was like, Paul, your mother and I have decided we're going to try marijuana. You think you could rustle some up for us? Wow. Okay, Daddy-O. Purchase of several cigarettes, I shall reimburse you. You're going to write me a check and put marijuana in the left-hand corner? But a friend of mine brought a joint over, and I didn't tell him my parents were going to smoke. I thought it'd surprise him.
Oh, good. Oh, nice.
And he's talking to my mom. That's a lovely housecoat, Mrs. Gilmartin.
Hey, do you have the stash?
Yeah, that's what I said. Hey, Greg, light up that fatty. You want more money for the pot? What gives? Come on, fire it up.
What, you holding out for us, man? Come on.
It was fun for about 2 minutes, and then it occurs to me I'm stoned, and now I'm stuck with my parents for the next 4 hours.
Did they get stoned?
Yeah. My dad just actually went to bed, and the next morning, my mind was racing all night. And my mom just sat there and asked a zillion questions. My friend is like, come on, let's go to a party. I was like, no, you don't get a senior citizen high and then ditch him. My mom's like, my mouth is dry. Is this normal? Why am I so dry? Give me some juice. I was like, oh my God. It is really, really weird looking at your mom and her eyelids are half open. It is really weird. It was the whole thing, though, it really was worth it, just to see the expression on my friend's face when he took a hit, passed it to my mom, and looked back at me. It was just like like he was handing a nun a dildo.
Paul Gilmartin, one of the classics, smoking pot with your parents, and now those those parents are smoking it on their own, apparently, in the old folks' home, according to this news story. They are receiving a lot more of elderly stoners, if you will, heading to the ER, according to a study from UC San Diego.
I bet if they looked at it, I bet, too, that it's more of an edible situation than a smoking situation.
I would imagine, yeah.
Because if you don't know what you're doing, you can easily get in trouble, as Chick said, because you wait an hour and a half, nothing's happened, so you do it again, and then, boom, it's all...
The edibles?
It's all on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you said when you ate the edibles, what happened, Chick?
I spent the rest of the day laying in my bed staring at my hand. It was very relaxing.
What did your hand tell you?
I didn't say anything.
I
just looking at it.
You didn't get bored?
No. Although I did. I kept listening to music, and I kept thinking, where did I get the version of this? I've never heard this one before. This thing's like 9 minutes long. It was just regular music.
It just seemed like 9 minutes.
It just seemed like 9 minutes. Yeah. That's when I realized I can't do edibles because it makes things, makes time. For me, it makes it longer, and I don't need more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
God knows that. More time to mull and consider and ponder, and you don't need
Going by a Fish album. Pat, you have a tribute to the old folks smoking the pot, do you?
Sure. Gonna get high at 420 after I've had my dinner. You know, this weed makes me hungry, and I ain't getting any thinner. I'm gonna lay around with your grandma and put a good buzz on. Come on, Grandma. Give me some. Don't bog out. You know, I was high at Woodstock, got stoned at Monterey. Joints are good for your joints, and glaucoma, they say. I'm going to walk around the mall, Grandma. Put a good buzz on. This stuff is much stronger these days. Just smoke some in the car. I'm going 5 miles an hour on the way to the ER. I'm going to lay around the hospital, doctor, and sleep a bad buzz off. Yeah, sleep a bad buzz off. Oh, my gosh, that's hot.
Oh, that's great. I love the part about smoking at 4:20 right after dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You get the Jack Benny special at the cafeteria. Who wouldn't want that?
Ah, the Jack Benny.
They still have it.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I know. I've seen the sign. Yeah, it's right there.
You know what the Jack Benny special is, Josh?
A cheaper, like a discounted meal, right?
Jack Benny was famous for being a tightwad. And
yeah.
At the cafeteria, they still have the Jack Benny special.
That's awesome.
I mean, you got to be 100 to remember that one. But listen, that liver and onions is pretty good. Coming up, we have a few more stoner tributes. What else you got in the news, Christy Lee?
Well, Geico's off the hook for lots of money after a woman claims she got STD in a car. Yeah, that was a stretch.
Well, they're not off yet.
Well,
they had a legal technicality, but yeah, she claims that she got an STD in this guy's car having sex with him,
right?
And that the car was insured by Geico.
So they're on the hook for this? Come
doesn't
on.
make any sense.
We also have an update on our bear that's hibernating under the deck of that family in Connecticut.
He's still there?
Yeah. Of course he's still
They
there.
don't want him to move.
Why not?
They're not going to move him. He's sleeping.
The environmental police want him to stay right there.
And it's rude to wake up a bear.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
You don't want to piss a bear off. Come on.
Well, he's snoozing away underneath the porch. We'll find out
Don't
about
poke
that,
us.
too.
What is it? Don't poke a sleeping bear?
They
Isn't
do
that the
look
saying or something?
They do look cuddly.
They do. And warm. Yeah.
You get some edibles, grab a bear, and just cuddle.
You ever see the thing where the bear runs off with the guy's arm in his hand?
Oh, it's very funny.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at.
Story out of Japan about a product that they sell. They're called panty scrunchies.
Right.
Here's the story. It's in Japanese. Apparently, it's pantsu sushu or shushu, shushu, which translates, according to this news account, as panty scrunchies. They're tiny panties that, when tied, they turn into scrunchies. And according to this, they're just over $6 American.
And I looked at those online,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I said even back a couple weeks ago. I go, well, that's just like every other pair of thongs in my drawer. You could just make any pair of
So if you were
panties
in a
into
pinch,
a scrunchie.
in a pinch, if you needed to have a ponytail holder,
I could grab a pair of.
and as I point out, you'd be like a slutty magician all of a sudden. Just a second, honey, I'm going to get a ponytail. You reach between your legs. Woof. Ta-da! You're the slutty magician. And
these panties are very large, though.
Yeah, these are bigger
No, these are
ones.
not your panties. Can
These
I see
are
them?
mine, actually.
These are yours?
Yes.
Are they?
They
have
look
you
sexy.
worn
They look
those?
good.
I have never worn those.
Well, these would fall off.
Yeah, they're
They're one size fits all.
Well, they don't
Thongs
look
come
that-
one size fits all.
They
a lot.
do?
Yeah, they do. Unfortunately.
Where do the legs go? These are confusing
That's-
me. Oh, I see. Oh, I got it.
Whoopsie.
I got it. There we
Never
go.
seen a pair? What's going
Not
on?
like this. Not at this angle.
Oh, I like those.
They're very nice, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, they are.
they're quite comfortable, actually.
Josh, these might fit you. These are quite roomy.
Well, hey,
set yourself up for that one, pal, didn't you?
You want to try them on after I'm done putting them in
Sure,
my hair?
I'm
All right.
game.
You can
You
make
can
it-
have them if
now,
you'd
you
like.
could make these into a jaunty beret.
eBay, here I
Now
go.
you're handing out panties to guests?
All guests in the Bob and Tom show received monogram Bob and Tom.
You cannot
I do
take
have
that.
Bob and Tom. I do have a Bob and Tom
to
thong in
give you an
the
idea, these are
Oh.
this is actually falling off my head.
Oh, yeah. Well, you
Really
didn't scrunch
something.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
you
you're not
didn't,
making it a scrunchie. You're making it a beret.
Look at
That's
this.
totally
I
different.
mean, there's room for
Seriously.
There's room for a large woman.
A four-yoker in there.
With these on. Okay, make these
They're
into a
one
scrunchie.
size fits all. I can't
Okay.
help that.
His head did
Hello.
kind of look like an ass cheek while it was sticking.
Here, Christy Lee now has her
Oh, my
panties back.
gosh.
They're red, kind of frilly.
Yeah, they're lace.
They're reinforced
They're
in the
red.
appropriate areas
Yeah,
where there
so-
might be,
All you do.
Okay,
is-
now Christy's making a ponytail. Christy has lovely hair. Now you're gonna have to like double that thing over like 8 times.
Right,
Those are such
that's
big
my
panties.
point. That's why the bigger ones, I mean, the smaller Japanese panties would work better.
Okay.
But you could still make this work. I
Okay,
mean,
and that's
I don't even think you would know that those were panties.
would you know?
No,
Turn around, let's
except
see.
for the smell.
Well-
Except for the smell, you'd have no.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you would never know.
I said they were clean, for
Oh,
God's
I'm
sake.
sorry.
They've never been worn. But yeah, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
just looks like a lace, a lace scrunchie. You would
It does
never.
look nice.
Yeah.
So this is a little trick now. If you're doing the walk of shame, ladies, you can
Well, if
tie
you're
your hair back.
or if you're anticipating the walk of shame. See,
Oh,
this
so you
is-
have an extra pair of panties with you.
Yeah. See, this is thinking ahead.
So you pull your
Or
hair
if you
back.
have explosive diarrhea. That's
true as well.
There we go.
I think you're going to need a backup pair.
Usually take your panties off. before
Usually
you
women
have-
just carry them in their purse,
Okay.
but I guess you could do that.
It's kind of cool. Good to know.
Anybody could do it.
And so she's right. Christy's right. Any panties will work.
Well, almost. I don't know if granny panties would work.
Oh,
but
true,
The
yeah,
smaller,
yeah.
the little thong ones do.
Well, good to know. That's a little. You should send that tip to Cosmo. You could send him the video. We have made a little video here of Christy putting on her panties on her
I'm
head.
sure that was very exciting.
So you need to use them as the hair tie before you use them as panties. I had it backwards.
Yes, Tom. You don't use dirty panties as
I
a
see.
hair.
Did anybody else just see Christy shake her hair out like
Yeah,
that? It was
put
pretty
that in
awesome.
slow motion.
It was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how to make him stop without hurting his feelings. What do I do? You should gag in his mouth and he'll figure it out. Like, I think this guy's just a bad kisser. I mean,
I think bad kissing could be taught. I was real bad until my mom showed me.
Your mom showed me. Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
The Bob and Tom Show now presents the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Hello again, everybody. This is ex-attorney Jack Thomas. You know, I get a lot of mail here at the ex-law office, and today, let's open a letter. Well, this comes from young Davey Radonovich of Kokomo, Indiana. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davey, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davey, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little. We want to look good in the painting.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
So yesterday,
Yes.
went to bed early,
Yes.
just starting to get to sleep. My 9-year-old daughter runs in, jumps up in the bed, starts jumping up and down on the bed, and goes, Daddy, thanks to you, I don't have a butt. What are you talking about?
This is so wild.
And then her mom chimes in, that's right, you don't have a butt. And then it was pointed out to me that with only one exception, no one on this show in the male division has a butt. Josh, Josh, you were pretty much ass-free, Chick.
My daughter's the same. She blames me every time she sees me.
Yeah, the only person is
It's
Ace.
Ace.
And Ace has enough for all three of us.
I was born to booty. Yeah.
Born to booty.
Born to booty.
So is that really my fault?
I don't know.
Well,
that it's
if
your
Kelly
fault.
has one and you don't, yes. She got that butt gene from you.
She's only 9. She could get a butt later on.
She's complaining about it. I don't know why it came up. I was trying to go to sleep, and all of a sudden I've got a kid bouncing on, I was going to say on my bed. It isn't even in my bed. I'm not even in my own house.
Oh, that nugget again.
Yeah, we haven't heard.
Godwin, do you have an ass?
I had one.
What was her name?
Who took it? Which one?
Life in general.
Is it a pawn shop? Okay, well.
Yes, my ass is in a pawn shop.
Willie, you don't have a butt?
I think I have a nice little butt. I'm not too worried about it.
See?
Yeah.
So maybe it's not your fault.
You're saying Willie's not my son?
No, I'm saying Willie is your
Oh.
son, so he has a butt. So
Christy, grab Willie's butt. See how much is there.
You want to get in here? You can get in here if you'd like.
Boy, nobody saw that coming.
No.
Wow.
I did the exercise bike for a little while. I think it made my butt kind of pop a little bit. I got to get back on that.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, anyway, so much for butt talk. I was just suddenly bothered by that.
That's funny.
But Ace, as you said, you are born to, is it born to booty?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's a wordplay on the Born to Boogie.
Thank you. Thank you
It
for the...
certainly was. We'll be back with thoughts on comedy.
Got this letter. Yesterday we had a situation in Quebec, as we like to say, or Quebec, as Chick likes to say.
Thank you.
In which
It's
a bunch
not
of
Paris.
It's Quebec.
How do you say Paris?
a bunch of cows had
Heard.
a bunch of cows had escaped months and months ago, and they destroyed tens of thousands of dollars
I
worth
thought
of
it was
crops.
hundreds of thousands.
Oh, really?
Of
It was a lot.
dollars.
Yeah, it was
way
big,
up there.
But they couldn't catch them.
No, even 8 cowboys couldn't catch him.
And I don't understand how that's possible. But they finally caught these cows, and someone asked the question, are there wild cows?
Yes.
And we have a smart audience. Got this from Darice.
Darice.
D-A-R-A-C-E, Darice. He goes, yep, there are wild cows all over the island of Hawaii. Then Darice writes, P.S. I smoke weed, and even I knew that.
Oh, okay.
Doris, you're a Colorado marijuana grower.
Wow. Yeah, I've never been to Hawaii. I didn't know that. That's
I
cool.
thought we got a letter saying they were in Texas and Montana or something.
We did get some saying there were some in Wyoming and Montana.
In that area.
Yeah.
You don't hear songs about them like the great Rolling Stones song "Wild Horses."
No.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hear wild bovines couldn't keep me away. No one really has that kind of romantic thing. But right now, the booty master himself is here with us. Of course, I'm talking about.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
What did one nut say to the other nut while chasing it around?
What?
I'm a cashew.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
If I laugh, I'll start coughing. I like that very much, Ace.
Cashew.
Cashew. Get
Cashew.
Cashew outside.
Get it?
No. Cash me outside. Yeah.
It's a wordplay chick.
Yeah. We'll be back with more on Thoughts on Comedy.
We were talking about the old folks and the
Boogie?
presence of marijuana. The UC San Diego once did a study, and they call them seniors, like they're in school.
Will you get upset about something else, please?
No, it's a hack phrase. Senior citizen. No, they're old people. Come on. But they're smoking the weed or taking the edibles, and they're ending up in the ER. And it's kind of a problem. So I thought we would do a couple marijuana tributes for you. Continue this. This is something called celebrity marijuana with Chick's favorite comedian, Craig Shoemaker.
I used to do celebrities smoking pot, and the way it was written was I was back in my fort when I was in high school, and they would pass it to me, and I would do like
do one for us. You have to now. I didn't.
Oh God, I have to remember this bit. This is celebrity smoking pot. It was written in like the '70s, so it was like Jimmy Carter. Yeah, that's damn good reefer. That was, the whole bit was all. Everybody was Nixon. That's really good weed. You know, I love this. The whole bit. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm trying to remember.
Give me more.
Here you go, Curly. Why certainly. I can't believe I'm doing this act. I'm not be doing. I'm trying to recreate this. Walter Brennan.
Weeds making
it's damn good reefer. Yeah, the bud's on fire. The bud's on fire. Mr. Haney from Green Acres. I did them all. Do it. Mr. Douglas, have I got a deal for you? A genuine imitation fur-lined battery run bong for your smoking pleasure. I cannot believe I'm doing it.
Mr. Haney.
Now, I still do in my act, though. I do Barney Fife. Boom! What do you call that right there? The forbidden fruit. But I do all the characters of Mayberry in the show. Except for Howard Sprague. I could pull him. I used to do him smoking pot. Remember him, the town clerk?
Oh, yeah.
Bow tie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Gee, Andy, fire up a fatty. I can't believe you're laughing at this. I should put it back in. No,
Pot's making a big comeback.
This is the biggest laughs I've got all day.
Pot is making a huge comeback. You got to do it. Craig Shoemaker.
I'm going to drop the Love Master and put in the pot routine.
Do you do
again.
Floyd the Barber, too?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Do you do Aunt B?
Yeah. Andy, there are seeds in my marijuana.
Craig Shoemaker. There's seeds in my marijuana. And as we continue our little pot hunk, if you will. What do you got coming up, Christy Lee? And I've got a couple of other marijuana tributes I want to get to.
Well, we have a human heart found by workers making brine at a Tennessee Transportation Department salt facility. If you have a small penis and are driving a sports car, I've got some interest for you.
Son of a...
There's a No Pants subway ride is officially canceled in New York City. We have an update on our bear hibernating, and apparently in Kentucky, there's a pink-footed goose that's causing.
Oh, I saw this.
Quite a stir.
Yeah, the bird people, the birders.
Yeah.
The bird watchers are going nuts.
Oh, cool.
Did you ever see that movie?
I'm a bird watcher.
You and I are two of the only people that enjoyed that movie.
Big Ear?
Yes.
No. You and Tom are the only two that enjoyed that movie.
Is that the Steve Martin movie?
Yeah, it's great.
I haven't
Really,
seen
and it's very nice. Yeah.
It's nice. That's what they want about a movie review. It was nice.
There are no superheroes in it.
Nope. It's a good.
It's actually, people appear to be interesting.
90 minutes of good people doing interesting things. Yes.
Watching the birds.
The Kardashians
I'm
aren't
a
in
bird
it.
watcher.
Okay.
Who did I'm a bird watcher? Go ahead.
Oh, watching girls go by, my.
The occasions. That's right.
I'm a girl watcher.
I'm a girl watcher.
I'm a girl watcher.
Nope, I'm a bird watcher.
Watching girls go by, my.
The occasion.
So I'm a Weight Watcher, right?
I'm a Weight Watchers.
What?
I'm a Weight Watcher.
Well, you can turn off the parody there, Bud. Okay.
Just trying to do my job.
Okay.
All right.
When we come back, we'll enjoy, we'll at least try to enjoy all of those things. This is the Bob and Tom Show. For a complete...
You use the sheepskin that you
Let's
use?
not talk about the sheep.
Okay.
Brings up some really sad memories.
Okay. Well, no, I know you got
It's tough when you name them.
It's
An
a tough
original
breakup.
song.
Yep.
This is an original song from the Electric Amish. Can you guys favor us with a tune?
Yeah, we play all originals because, of course, we're not even allowed to listen to the radio, so I don't even know what you guys hear.
Yeah, that's true. Well, go ahead, but I'd love to hear it.
Well, all right. This is a little song goes a little something like this. It kind of tells you who we are.
Oh.
Carl, would you look at Barry back there? He's playing those drums like a crazy Mennonite.
Yeah, for that he will surely burn in hell.
Out in the field for 40 days. Plowing and planting and breaking the hay. My mule Ezra's pulling the plow. I bought him from Carl for some eggs and a cow. I work all day out in the sun. Oh, but after some meals, we start having some fun. I say, come on, Greta, lights and lamps. We're making lots of noise, but we don't got no amps. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are an Amish band. The women folk up in Napanee are working their churns for greater Barry and me. Sweet butter, Frays make pies. Smell of their cider about to make me high. Now these young maidens, they had a band. They was out to meet us boys in the band. They said, the parson's gone, now's our chance. And we proceeded to have a big square dance. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. We'll stay all night and play, but first we all must pray. We are an Amish band. Give it up for Graver. Oh, merciful God, please let the rest of this solo really jam. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. Attaboy, Graver. We'll help you build a barn. We just don't give a darn. We are an Amish band. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah. We are an Amish band. Yeah, yeah.
Yay! The Electric Amish, ladies and gentlemen.
nationwide and touching off a cascading air traffic jam. More than 1,300 flights were canceled, 9,000 delayed by early evening on the East Coast alone. NOTAM has been around for more than half a century, and it has evolved from paper to computers. It's now in the process of being updated, but failed in the meantime, along with the backup system. The man accused in the fatal stabbings of 4 University of Idaho students will be in court today for a hearing that comes a day after classes resumed for undergraduates. Washington State University grad student Brian Koberger has yet to enter a plea and is waiting to learn whether prosecutors will pursue the death penalty. It's been nearly 2 months since the 4 students were killed and 2 weeks since Koberger was arrested. And the oldest living survivor of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 celebrated his upcoming 105th birthday at the National World War II Museum in New Orleans. Joseph Eskenazi of Redondo Beach, California, boarded an Amtrak train Friday for the journey. He arrived at the museum Wednesday morning, posing for pictures with 6 other World War II veterans amid exhibits of beach landing vessels and aircraft. Happy birthday. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Dean, I am so hungry.
Oh, you want to go get some breakfast, Tom?
I guess. Is there a place we can go that has flat-chested waitresses and really baggy clothing?
I don't think so.
Think again, Dean. Guys, if you've been longing to have breakfast surrounded by flat-chested women in baggy clothing, then you'll want to visit the all-new breakfast restaurant, Pancake Hooters. At Pancake Hooters, you won't be bothered by waitresses who accidentally dip their large bosoms into your maple syrup or who break the yolk of your egg while bending over the table to pour your coffee. Pancake Hooters only hires women with prepubescent builds, so you won't be distracted by massive memories while trying to finish off your breakfast in time to get to work.
Wow, what a great breakfast.
Sure was, Tom. And I was able to eat my waffle while it was still warm because I wasn't busy staring at gargantuan tatas.
And you didn't slobber in your coffee either.
And guys,
For tomorrow.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
We're talking yak off the air. We're all very excited. There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
It's one of those interesting things. I mean, I just didn't know anything about yaks. And yesterday we had a kind of a fun news story.
Can you have a yak in your backyard unless you're zoned for it? Like you can have a chicken coop?
I don't know about that.
Well,
An exotic animal, so it
Has
might
urban yakking become a thing?
Oh, just wait.
Yeah.
The yaks in question were loose in Noblesville, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been one of the more rural parts, I'm assuming. And they were rounded up, I think, by the fire department, right, and the police. But what's interesting is I was wondering why anyone would have a yak, and we started receiving lots of emails about how delicious yak meat is. Jess Hooker is our staff chef. And next week we're going to be trying yak, and you've been trying to find. Apparently, it's quite easy to get a hold of.
Yeah, we can order some, but I think we're going to try to find some locally sourced.
Fresh yak.
Yeah, we'll find some fresh yak.
Yeah, it's apparently delicious.
Yeah.
One of the letters said it's like bison, which I've had, which is great,
Right.
but it's leaner and even better tasting than bison.
Okay.
Okay.
We could have asked this question, and I just wasn't paying attention. Are yak and ox the same thing?
No.
That's a good question. They always seem very similar. But.
Yeah? I don't know.
I think there's like 3 different versions of yak. It's just one of those things. When you're a kid, you see it and it looks like a bison. And Americans, we've been calling buffaloes aren't buffaloes. Those are bison. What we call the buffalo nickel, that's a bison on there.
Oh.
So we
we don't have buffalo here anymore.
bask in our ignorance. I don't know. Yeah. In any event, isn't there at the end of Apocalypse Now, don't they lop the head off of a bison or something?
I don't know what that is, but it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Do female yaks have horns?
Yeah.
I know
females?
They have a different name.
The
no,
female
they don't.
yak?
They don't need horns because they're not allowed to drive.
Oh.
I thought he was quite serious.
All right.
We were, and the female yak is like a
yakette.
No, I think it starts with an N. I forget what it is. We'll move forward here. We're talking about this interesting article about older folks getting into the marijuana now.
Sure.
Maybe for the arthritis pain or whatever it might be.
Sure.
But I guess they're overdosing and showing up at the hospital in record numbers, according to this study from the University of San Diego, the University of California at San Diego. Kind of interesting. And we had a nice song from Pat Godwin about that. And I thought we would continue with our pot tribute. This is a song from Nervous Vern and Munchie.
We got a little request that we'd like to make. This isn't a joke, it isn't a fake, but you see, we really got this pressing need. Has anybody got any weed? Cause we're jonesing like a mother and we're dry as a bone. Can't get our connection on the telephone, so let us repeat if you missed the point. Can anybody front us a joint or two or three? Has anybody got any pot? Reefer is the one thing that we ain't got. It's that green stuff that grows with some seeds and a stem. We really need a shot of that vitamin M. We don't need no acid cause we're getting too old. Don't need no cocaine cause our hearts will explode. What we really, really want you all to help us obtain is a little bit of Mary Jane. Let's go to the phones. Has anybody got any pot? Reefer is the one thing that we ain't got. It's that green stuff that grows with some seeds and a stem. We really need a shot of that vitamin M. We don't need no Xannies or Vikes or Perks. Don't buy us drinks cause we'll act like jerks. But we really want you to help us get what we ain't got. Has anybody got any pot? We're talking herbal. Can somebody give us some pot? Roll up a fatty. Can anybody get us some weed? And send it to the station. Can somebody pass it around? I'm getting a no signal. I'm really from Mr. Griswold. Can somebody give us some herb? We won't stop singing till somebody brings us a joint. Come on, can anybody get us some weed? I'm on probation. Oh, yeah. Has anybody got any pot?
Nice. Nervous Vern and Munchie in the classic. Has anybody got any pot? Thank you very much, fellas. I certainly enjoyed that. Now, you're not much of a stoner, are you, Christy?
No, I'm not.
Josh, you're not?
No.
Don't really imbibe. Miss Hooker, do you?
No, it just doesn't go well with me.
Ace?
No.
Really? Ever?
I think in 1983, I smoked the joint.
Oh.
With the drummer from Quiet Riot.
Oh, God.
When in Rome,
wait, wait. I'm going to get this straight. So you're telling me you've had dinner with Uncle Cracker, and you've smoked a joint with the drummer from Quiet Riot.
Frankie Banelli, yeah. The late Frankie Banelli.
That's what killed him.
Hey,
spending the evening with Ace.
Oh, come on.
You said it like the coolest politician ever. I did smoke weed once in 1983, but I was with Frankie Banelli. I'm not going to say no.
That's right.
It would be rude. That always troubled me about Nancy Reagan.
What?
Just say no. Shouldn't it be just say no, thank you? Come on.
Oh.
Could have been a little more polite.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
What do you think she weighed?
Probably 195
Maybe.
pounds.
100 soaking wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny little thing.
Boy, that had to be making love to a hobby horse, huh?
Did you see where Patty Davis...
with a lot of edges on that.
Did you see where Patty Davis, the Reagan's daughter, gave some advice to Prince Harry?
Oh, God.
She said, be quiet.
Yeah.
You're going to regret this.
They're going to kill you.
I couldn't care less. Well, let's move forward here. We have Christy Lee. She's at the Bob and Tom News Desk. Have we missed anything?
Yeah, the case of the woman who claims she got an STD in a car that was insured by Geico. Well, Geico's off the hook, at least for now. The Missouri woman had been awarded $5.2 million, claiming she contracted a sexually transmitted disease in the car of a man whose car was insured by the company. On a legal technicality, the Missouri Supreme Court Tuesday ruled unanimously to overturn a lower court's ruling that favored paying the woman and has sent the case back to the lower court for further deliberation. Your thoughts, Tom?
Well, I think you should hang the lawyer and the lady publicly, but I mean, it's ridiculous.
You think? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, so if someone gets knocked up in the back of the car, Geico's going to have to pay the kid's expenses for life?
It's kind of the similar.
I'll tell you, that lawyer is good.
Yeah.
For winning in that smaller court.
Yeah.
How the hell?
How the hell is Geico responsible?
She got chlamydia. She got $5 million. When I got chlamydia, I just got 2 sets of antibiotics. Super boring.
Yeah.
If
this messes
Does it say
up
which STD she received?
Yes. I want to say.
Is it the one that can be cured or one that stays with you?
I think it was HPV.
Oh, okay.
No, that one's with you. Yeah.
Doesn't everybody have that?
HPV comes and it goes away.
Well, all I know is, and it was a legal technicality. It was because Geico had been unable to. They weren't given enough time to defend themselves or something. I forget.
The Geico commercials are just about the only thing I ever look forward to anymore. So,
where do you see it? I mean, if this holds, you're going to see a Geico commercial with that gecko putting a condom on a banana.
Have you seen the one where Orville and Wilbur Wright are flying for the first time?
Hilarious.
They want the armrest and they start fighting.
Hilarious. Yeah.
And then the house that has ants. Have you heard the Geico commercial that has ants?
I haven't seen that one.
The essence of this case, though, is fundamentally wrong.
Of course it is.
The Geico isn't insuring every activity that happens in the car.
No.
So if this guy smokes cigarettes in his car, are they going to be liable if he gets lung cancer?
Yeah, I'm glad this was finally shut down.
They have to deliver it again.
It wasn't thrown out on the merits of the case. It was thrown out on a legal technicality because Geico didn't get to defend themselves in an earlier case or something.
But if you're at somebody's house and you get hurt, you can sue their homeowner's insurance, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So if you're in their car.
I would imagine quite a few STDs have been passed along in automobiles.
You think?
How do you prove this was the only time that she...
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you can't. Yeah, exactly.
I mean...
But then if you're giving it up in a car, come on. We got all fill in the blanks.
What's the matter? What?
Oh, he's saying if you're giving it up in a car, you're a whore.
You've never done it in a car?
You've never had
sex in a car.
Cars are great. Define car.
Not on top of the hood of a car.
Yeah, not
we
the
know
hood.
You
We know you've done that.
But wait, he did that? What'd you do, Pop?
Hey. Listen.
Yeah.
Don't embarrass me.
Let me tell you about it.
Really?
That's right. Your name was almost
Have
Jaguar.
you seen...
I think it was a Camaro, but that was
Have you
good.
seen the pictures of your father in that one album we've got out there where he has the shoulder-length hair? And you
where he's smoking the cigarette with the
you
dog?
You can hear him say, stop hassling me. No, there's longer hair than that. This is New York City, right?
Oh, that one? Okay, sure.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah.
Well, that actually leads to another story.
Which we'll come back with? What is that?
Sorry, we're out of time. Okay, well, the story about the scientific study of whether or not someone who drives a sports car has a small male member.
Yes, we'll talk about that
Kind of an irritating urban legend sort of thing, but...
What is it? What's the difference between a porcupine and a Porsche or something?
A Porsche. Yeah. And the porcupine, the pricks on the outside, blah, blah, blah. You ever driven a Porsche?
No, I'm not a prick.
Oh, whoa.
You'd be a very happy prick driving one. They're very
They're
nice.
very nice.
Cars mean nothing to me. You know that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you mean
Put your
a lot to me.
You know, Josh, you put your hand between the...
Let me ask you something.
On the seat.
I want you guys to think
back.
about this while we'll come back, we'll answer. When this is all over, which is coming, okay? When this is all over, who do you think you're going to spend the most time with?
Are we going to spend any time together after this is over?
That would be my answer. But,
I'll see you, Christy. You may not see me.
Oh.
But I'll see you.
Yeah. Okay, very, very nice. Now, got a bunch of stuff going on, including a weird story about a actual human heart.
That's weird.
Found in an unusual area.
Very weird.
Not beating, by the way. I want to make that very clear. Also, we have a comet in the news that's very unusual. I don't know if you saw this, Christy. This is very unusual.
Okay.
Really?
Got some cool celestial stuff coming up. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We want you to be at your best, right? You want to be at your best. You can do great things when you're at your best, but sometimes life a little overwhelming. Sure is. These days, it seems to be more overwhelming every day. But working with a therapist can be extraordinarily helpful. And you can work with a therapist now online like 3 million people have done with BetterHelp. BetterHelp can hook you up with a licensed therapist. It's convenient, very accessible and secure because you're doing it online, so you can do it wherever you are, whenever you want, and get it all set up by taking a kind of a brief questionnaire that'll get you matched with a licensed therapist. And by the way, it's very easy to switch therapists, and there is no additional fee if you do so. Once again, convenient, flexible, and especially affordable. So get some help. It's okay. It's okay to be not perfect at every given moment, but you want to be your best so you can live a more empowered life. Therapy through BetterHelp may be the way to get you there. The Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp today at BetterHelp.com/BT Show. That'll knock 10% off your first month. It's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. We want you to be at your best. Now, admittedly, this morning's show, I think we've been perhaps maybe not at our best.
Yeah, well, you
I
know.
think, Josh, you've been extraordinarily good this morning.
That's right. Speak for yourself.
Yes, as have you, Christy.
Oh, thank you.
The rest of us. Willie, you've done a great job.
Josh.
Uh-oh.
Ace, I like that joke, Ace. You're okay.
I think he's looking at you.
No, Chick did a nice job, too. Wait a minute. That means it's all only left is me. When we come back, I'll try to fix myself. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, you know where Donnie Baker gets all of his Bob and Tom store merchandise at?
You want to learn how to avoid a-holes in your life?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
I do, Christy. I come in early.
Apparently, there is a gentleman, Robert Sutton, a professor of organizational behavior and engineering at Stanford University, has written 2 books about a-holes and how people can survive them. Here are his suggestions.
It's pretty easy.
Steps to avoid and change the a-hole in your life.
Does it involve not going to an axe hurling bar?
Number 1, create physical distance. One of the most reliable ways to become an a-hole is to be around them. I've got to go.
I am out of here. Five, Marquette. Number 10, Texas. Number 12, Xavier. Number 16, Miami. Number 22, College of Charleston. And number 24, Duke all win. And Texas A&M upset number 20, Missouri, 82-64. And winners in the NHL last night, all in regulation. Philadelphia, Toronto, Edmonton, and Los Angeles. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Morty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you really save before we stick you in the grave. We won't steal from you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know, when Esther and I had a big family, we hardly had any time for ourselves, you know. If I could ever just get through the newspaper one time without the kids interrupting, it was a miracle. They always wanted to go somewhere and do something. Well, of course, they're all grown up now, and Esther's dead. I just wish they'd call just every now and then. Just pick up the phone and say, hi, Granddad. How are you? And, well, they never call anymore. In fact, they never come by. I just like to see my little daughter, Lucy. Sometimes she just brings her kids over. And Tommy, my son, he never comes over. Heck, I'm just sitting here all alone, waiting for the phone to ring. The mail never comes. I never get any mail. Nobody ever calls me. It's just a terrible thing. That's the way it is, I guess. I'll just keep watching these old soap operas and hope that things get better.
The telephone. When it rings, answer it.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Also with us, Christine Stedman. Now, you're a mom?
Well, a mom and a grandma. I think you know that.
I know.
I'm a grandpa.
This is how this
Are
works.
you?
Yep.
She's been married 27 years and still a virgin, Tom.
Yes.
28,
Well, you know, I
28.
have a lot of grandkids. My daughter keeps having babies, has one almost every year.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, she called me the other day. She goes, Mom, guess what? I'm pregnant again. There must be something in the air. I'm like, yeah, you're late.
But seriously.
Hello?
Bang!
Hello? Zing! I'm getting her fixed.
Like, you can't get a regular cheeseburger in L.A. Like, if you get a cheeseburger at a restaurant in L.A., it's always a burger that was happily raised by the owner's barber, Jeff, spelled Geof.
Of course, yeah.
I just want a cheeseburger. I want a burger made from a cow that was born and raised to be a burger. All right? I don't want a burger with dreams or hope. I want a burger that knew the deal. And I want a cheese that is 40% plastic. All right? I want a cheese that when I poop it out, I poop out a keychain.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee.
Stronger than dirt.
Hi, chick.
At the news desk, there's
Christie's B.O. is stronger than dirt.
Pat
I don't
Godwin.
have B.O.
Sorry, it's just fit the scheme.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Josh's B.O.
There's
is stronger.
Jess Hookers.
Hey.
Everybody has B.O. according to Tom.
Well, we used to say that about Freddie when I was in school.
Who's Freddie?
Some kid who hanged himself after going to school with Tom and his friends.
And now Freddie's dead.
No, Freddie is
Freddie's
not dead.
That's what I said.
Freddie's actually a media personality.
That's Ace Cosby. There's
Really?
Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I don't know why Freddie got picked for having B.O. Didn't seem really fair to me. Now, we have a little something on the big screen. There it is. It's Al Jackson
so nice
with
to see him.
another sweatsuit on. Hey, Al.
For the love of God.
Hello. I am, Tom, you can't tell, but I have two different tracksuits on. It's like I'm put together from like different stepdads in a lab to form one stepdad. A bunch of different I told you I'm in my tracksuit phase. I'm not backing down from that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Al, how many pairs of glasses do you have, Al?
I bought a lot of pairs of glasses over the pandemic. We all dealt with it in our own way, Tom.
Are these prescription glasses, or are they just?
I don't think so.
They're kind of like readers. I got the LASIK eye surgery, but it's kind of worn off. I got it almost 20 years ago. I told you I got LASIK when it was kind of like a not preliminary.
Oh, that's
but
when they used to use the Swiss Army knife to do it.
No, I got it done about the same time.
It was done in like an office.
Yeah,
like, I got it done in like one of those office spaces that people are clearly renting. Like they didn't even bother to like put plants out.
Well, come here. I'll have my buddy Earl fix you on up. He's got me all fixed up. Yeah, I'll get her.
Honestly, that's how it was. I paid for it in cash. In 50s, it was $1,000 for both eyes back then.
Was this in Miami from a guy's trunk?
Hey, it worked, buddy.
Yeah, about 20. I got mine done about 20 years ago in the same fashion, I'm guessing. But then Earl, our buddy Earl, redid me about a year ago, and it's wonderful.
But you look nice in the glasses. It's a nice fashion statement, Al. What's happening? There's not enough light here. What's happening with the chin down there? Are we doing a little bit of a Maynard G. Krebs thing?
Maynard G. Krebs.
Got a little, it's some white chin hair. I want to look like I have some knowledge when I'm in these streets, Tom.
It looks kind of Scooby-Doo-esque.
It is. I am dressed like when they would hang out with the Globetrotters for those special episodes. I can see that.
Yeah.
I see. Al Jackson is a very fine stand-up comedian. Al is also part of DBL, the Daily Blast Live, on a television set or a computer near you. And you guys have a lot of affiliates, though. You guys are going to be pretty much everywhere, right?
Yeah, we're in 59% of the country, I think, which is a nice chunk. It's been a crazy run. I'll be honest, you got me intrigued when you guys were talking about BO at the top of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I was weirdly thinking this morning about showers. Shouldn't the water come from the bottom? Because if you think about where the crevices in your body are, that's where you're going to get your stank.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Kind of like a bidet, like a bidet shower?
You should be Marilyn Monroe in it every morning.
See, Al,
there are some showers that have the
I'm not staying in my own home right now, Al. It's a long, complicated story. These people are sick
First time hearing about this. What?
And this place, the reason I'm really embracing it now, they have a great shower. And they have I've never seen this before. Their shower is above your head, of course, on the wall. But you can take it, and half of it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And so you've still got the shower pointing at you. Then you've got the handheld shower,
right?
So you can do the reach around, Al, and get the nether reasons, down there where the gluteal cleft meets the taint, and really get it going.
I think this gives us a little glimpse of what there are so many things that Tom is just not aware of.
Right.
Has no idea that's out there. Bless your heart.
Shower technology.
Well, it's been around. You just don't get out.
Well, I don't go looking for new shower heads all the time.
Well, why not?
I'm building a house. I'm going to see if I can get one of these shower heads for my new place.
That'll only take 2 more months on the building time for that house.
I'm going to finish that thing pretty soon. I'm going to be buried in a grave right next to the builder who I've just shot. Sorry. I'm not going to kill him. Kelly is. The point is, Al, you got to come out, Al. Do you have any more gigs coming up? I mean, you had a great one in Michigan a couple weeks ago.
I had a great gig. I'm in the process of setting up 2023 right now, so I'll have a bunch of dates next week. Right now, I'm just going to pretend like I'm going to just be a strange old man sitting in his house talking to his friends on the radio, and then I'll find out that I haven't done the Bob and Tom show for 30 years, and I've just been talking into the mic. But,
Al, you got to get Willie signed up for some of these gigs, because right now I want to tell you there's a place called One Night Stands in Waterford, Michigan, where it's going to be Patty G and Willie G. That's this weekend, right,
Yeah,
Pat?
we start tomorrow, yeah.
That'll be a great show. Just not too far from Detroit, not too far from Lansing, Michigan. Get in the car, go see the boys.
Yeah,
because you were just in Ann Arbor, right?
I was. I secretly love Michigan. I love Detroit. It's just it's a hard-working city, and I like that. Like, people made fun of it for decades, and it's still there. Like, when you go to Detroit, there's a grit to that city. The people still party in Detroit. I don't party anymore, but I like to know that people still are. And Detroit is that for me. It's like Detroit's starting to creep into like almost like not New Orleans category, because I'm not throwing that out. New Orleans is my favorite city. But it's in one of those planes where it's just like there's certain cities, Louisville's like this as well, that really does have it's like no other place in the country. Mm-hmm. And I really like the D. So, Willie, have fun up there with Patty G.
We're going to get loose, man. We're going to have a good time.
Pretty good. Now, Al, we had an interesting article yesterday, and I don't know if I did not see your show yesterday because I'm not staying in my own home, and I can't find anything on the television there. It was a thing about dating deal breakers. And if you guys haven't talked about this, you should. It was a study. Do you have any of that over there,
Oh,
Christy?
yeah, I have a bunch of them. The top 40 dating deal breakers. Number 1 is smelling bad. You don't want somebody to ask
Now,
you.
Al, I want to ask you right away.
Christy, I have an issue. I had a recent incident with that.
Oh, did you really?
First of all, are you a cologne guy?
I am, but cologne I feel like it's more for you. It wears off so quickly. I feel like, honestly, if you're going to do cologne or perfume, you do it if you're about to go to bed and somebody's in the bedroom waiting for you, because that's about as long as it lasts, from the bathroom to the bed. Like, it's not with you all day. Do you still smell your cologne after lunch?
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, I don't wear anything. I wear a non-scented Tom's
natural deodorant doesn't
Tom's
work.
Deodorant. Do you, Al? Do you are you a deodorant guy?
Oh, absolutely. I'm Degree aerosol all day.
Yeah.
Come holla at me.
Now, did your dad wear cologne?
My dad used to wear Lagerfeld.
Nice.
It's an old school cologne. I don't even know if you can still get it. I know you can get it online because I have some in the bathroom. But it's Lagerfeld. As soon as I smell that, I will always think of my father. Like Lagerfeld, leather loafers, gray or blue 3-piece suit. Headed to court. Like that smell takes me back there.
And to be clear, your father was an attorney, not the defendant.
Oh, my Lord.
This is correct.
Do you have a signature scent?
That doesn't even get a chuckle.
I think we're too busy being shocked.
Right.
To be chuckling.
Do you have a signature scent, Al?
Well, I have to mention that he was not a defendant. I think I should step in here.
I think that's fascinating. There's my sister has worn the same cologne forever. And
I did until I quit making it.
Yes, and every time I smell that, I think of her. They say that scents take you back to a place immediately. Is there? Let me just. I'll try to set this up properly. I had a meeting once with a bunch of folks from the liquor business, and these guys and ladies were able to tell you could name a county in any state, and they could tell you the #1 selling beer, vodka, whiskey. It was amazing. They knew everything about the industry. And by the way, it would divide among socioeconomic lines and racial lines. Is there a cologne that would be most associated with African-American culture today?
Oh, that's a great question.
Or rap or hip-hop culture?
Yeah, well, when I was coming of age, without a doubt, it was Cool Water cologne. It was who made I don't know if you guys can look up who made Cool Water. But it was a rap that was it was incorporated in certain rap songs. I got my Johnson Baby powder and Cool Water cologne.
Cool Water cologne is still out there, bud.
Yeah, that was like really for guys my age that are now in their 40s. Cool Water was like, oh, I'm about to go to the dance.
Yes.
That cute girl, Christy, I know she's going because I overheard her say she's going, so I'm throwing them a Cool Water to make sure.
David off.
We do this right.
Interesting. Did you?
There was slow dancing back in the day, so it was important.
Yeah.
Did you wear Cool Water?
I was so. I don't know if I was even had the the temerity to ask my mom to pay that kind of money. So I probably just went in my dad's bathroom and just sprayed it on. But yeah, it was whatever. Or the samplers. Like we would go to Macy's and get the samples. So I would use the little vials that.
Yeah.
It looked like there was either cologne or crack in there. Those
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Very good. Well, we need to turn this around and have you question me because this is the part of the show where we try to make me even hipper. Yes.
I honestly feel like the hipness we're going up levels. There's levels to this game in 2023, and we're going to start off with something that you should know, something that we take what we learned from 2022 and apply it. So, Tom, if I was to say I don't want to pull your card, what would that phrase mean? I don't want to pull your card, or I will pull your card.
It's like if you're skiing and they take your tag because you're skiing dangerously, they pull your card. You're off the hill.
That's not totally wrong, and it makes me mad because that's not where I wanted this to go.
Oh, sorry. Is it like if you're in the library, you want to take out some books, and they pull your card because you owe so much in fines?
Okay, somebody help Tom out.
I've only heard that phrase in.
Wait a minute. I think I know what it is.
What?
Is it like a reference to the old days of the dance card? I'm going to pull your card, meaning, baby, you're the one I'm going to ask out?
No.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
I've only heard it like in reference to like the man card.
Oh, yeah.
Pull your man card or something.
Oh.
It's kind of like that chick in that, like, when you say don't make me pull your card, it's more like don't make me expose you.
Oh.
So, like, if you know that somebody is trying to be a tough guy in school, and you're like, hey, I know you transferred in from another school, and I know what happened at your other school and why you had to transfer, so don't make me pull your card.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of those, like, don't make me expose you for who we both know you are.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like that one.
I'd only heard it in regards to the draft. Yeah, they pulled my card, so it meant you were going.
Really?
Yeah.
Off the knob.
Yeah.
What was your father's draft
very
number?
different connotation.
My dad, he enlisted.
Your father enlisted?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That's dope.
Okay. Al Jackson is our guest, and Al is part of the show called DBL, Daily Blast Live, covering 59% of this great country of ours. But if it's not covering where you are, you can find it online, of course.
That's right.
And Al is part of the panel. It's sort of like The View, but with rational people sitting in the seats.
I think that was the thought behind it. Just like, let's be The View, but let's let everybody talk. How about that? Let's let everybody finish a thought.
What else we got, Al?
Tom, we have Lamping in the Throne, which I love. It's not Salamander on the Slab from last week, which I'm in love with still.
Now, Salamander on the Slab means you're kind of chilling out in the sun, relaxing. Is that correct?
No, it means the exact opposite. You're hot. So you either your car is hot, your outfit is hot, the person you're with is hot, so you come through just Salamander on the Slab. You're just hot in the middle of the Arizona desert.
I would have used it wrong. So this is lamping what?
On the throne.
Lamping in the throne.
Lamping in the throne.
Lamping.
Or on the throne. I'll accept on the throne.
All right. I'd had preposition.
Please don't tell me it has something to do with the bathroom.
It doesn't.
But,
so the throne then is obviously a reference to the palatial.
It's not the toilet.
I got you. Lamping. I don't know what that means. Lighting something up.
No, Tom. We went over lamping. This is February 2022. You should know lamping. You know lamping. What do you do underneath the lamp? Street corner. Leaning against it.
Oh, this is a drug deal.
Kill it.
No. But you're sitting down?
You don't have to sell drugs because you're underneath a street lamp.
Oh, sorry.
That's not a wreck.
Anybody got this one?
No, I don't have any idea.
Lamping on the throne here. On the street corner. I'm lost. What is it?
Okay, so lamping just means that you're chilling. You're just lamping. That's all. It's an old school word used in probably like the late 80s, early 90s. Lamping just means like you're chilling. If you kind of picture back in the day, you know, when you be outside hanging out, you find a street corner, you find a street lamp, and you'd hang out underneath it, lean against it. Okay. Pretty basic. Mm-hmm. And, you know, lamping on the throne, you take that word lamping, which just means relaxed, and you're just sitting at your house like a king.
Chilling at home?
Yeah. So I'm lamping on the throne, waiting for my phone to ring. So, Tom, use lamping on the throne in a sentence.
Well, this afternoon I will find myself lamping on the throne with the remote control, trying to figure out how to turn on the TV set at the house I'm staying in. That's extraordinarily confusing. They don't have cable. And
sort of adding frustration to the mix.
Yeah, it's not really chilling if you're frustrated.
Well, then I'll land on some station. The other day I landed on the Dick Van Dyke Show, watched the classic episode. It's great stuff.
Oh, all right.
I was lamping on the throne with Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh,
I don't know. If you can, Yeah.
That works?
Yes. Yes, Tom, it does. Now let's bring this plane in for a landing with something that you should definitely know, and it's a little bit sexy.
Oh, okay.
Tom, if you got a text that just said 53X.
Josh is trying to buy a new jacket.
Wow.
Well, that would be 54X.
That is mean.
And that was my New Year's resolution, was not to do jokes like that.
No, that was really mean.
I take it back, Josh.
That was the next time you hear that joke, it'll be in HR. As it's read back to you by a very stern woman.
Okay, so I get a text that says 53X.
Yes.
Whatever it is, I like this. It sounds like fun. Is the 53 a specific reference to some number that's of significance in a movie or a play or a?
Not at all. Don't overthink this one.
53X. Does it look like?
Look at it.
5-3. Oh, it looks like the word sex.
Yes.
Yay, there you go.
So if you get that, Tom, you know you're about to have some sex in your house that isn't finished yet.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, wow.
Have you done that yet?
I just got this from AT&T. They must be confused. Yeah. Oh, that's my code for the bill. Well, that's fascinating, Al. Thank you very much. Once again, we'll be finding out where Al Jackson's going to be playing, doing his live stand-up comedy. Always a great pleasure, Al. Keep working on that beard.
So much. See you next week.
See you, Al.
Yeah,
See you, Al. Thank you very much. I'll be lying like a salamander on a slab, right?
Well, if you're listening to this as confused as we are, you're probably listening to your Raycon earbuds. That's right. You could use some audio accompaniment Wouldn't you like a good pair of earbuds?
Sure,
Of
to go
course
along
you
with
would.
my day.
The fact is, a good pair of wireless earbuds are going to be even more important in 2023. That's where Raycons come in. They look, feel, and sound better than ever with the gel tips that fit every ear ever made. And they give you 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and price just right. You get quality audio at around half the price of other premium audio brands. And we haven't even mentioned they have 3 customizable sound profiles. It's no wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 50,000 5-star reviews and all the colors. And go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Got some great mail coming up. You want to reach us, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Okay, now, Pat is going to remove her wig. Go ahead, Pat. Can you see it? We're taking a little video.
Well, let Miss Pat put a hat on.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you yanked it right off. There
Is that clipped on? Oh, no, you've got like a yarmulke. Wait a minute.
That's a skull cap to hold the wig on.
Looks kind of like
so
a
it don't
yarmulke.
fly off in the wig. Tom.
See, we're already down to the skull on your head, so we don't give you a skull
Miss
cap.
Pat is now going to place her wig on my head. That's really tight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, geez.
Let me do it. Don't mess up my wig, Tom.
You got a giant melon.
Are you supposed
Tom.
to cover my
I had no
ears?
idea.
Yeah, for a minute. Wait a minute, Tom. I got this.
Ow!
Let the listeners know out there that there are about 30 cameras right now
You're really hurting my ear.
Let me make sure it's styled right.
trained on Tom.
Do I have bangs? I just want to have.
You look like Weird Al Yankovic.
Chick, describe. How do I look? I can't see.
You have a very dark, curly-haired wig on your head, and with your pale skin, you kind of look like
Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Not Denzel?
No.
Not Denzel in Flight?
You're a little too light.
You remind me of Tommy Lee Jones.
Because
in
you have
Lincoln.
dark hair does not make you a black man.
Absolutely.
The 13th Amendment will.
Did Tommy Lee Jones have the black wife? Oh, yes.
You're giving don't give
That's
away
right.
the movie.
They already won the Oscar. You sure do, Tom. You need a sister in your bedroom, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
I have to.
That's what you need.
I was
Tom.
hoping for Denzel, and I've got.
You don't look like
You look like a
Denzel.
slave owner.
Christy hit it on the nose. You do look like Tommy Lee Jones in Lincoln.
Yeah.
Did you hear what she just said?
No.
He looked like a slave owner.
I look like a slave owner.
That was for me today, Tom.
Oh, yes. Look at that.
Makes me very uncomfortable.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Well,
as far as I know, that. Never mind. We'll just move forward.
Miss Pat could be your Sally Hemings. How about that?
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Thursday. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Jeff Beck has died after suddenly contracting bacterial meningitis. He passed away Tuesday at the age of 78. He replaced Eric Clapton in the Yardbirds, was replaced himself by Jimmy Page. Beck played on Yardbirds classics like Heart Full of Soul and Shape of Things. He also performed with his own band and with Rod Stewart, lent his guitar work to acts like Macy Gray, Stevie Wonder, Cyndi Lauper, Winona Judd. The list goes on and on. Most recently with Johnny Depp. Beck was inducted into the Rock Hall twice, once with the Yardbirds and once as a solo act. Jeff Beck was known as a guitar player's guitar player. Apparently, the public has not tired of hearing about Prince Harry. Sales for Spare have placed the Duke of Sussex in some rarefied company. Penguin Random House announced Wednesday that the first day sales for his tell-all memoir topped 1.4 million copies. That's a record pace for a nonfiction from the company. And the comeback of the Golden Globe Awards, not a big draw for TV viewers. Nielsen reports Tuesday's awards show drew 6.3 million viewers. That's the second smallest audience ever for the Globes, with only the Globes press conference held during the 2008 writer's strike getting fewer viewers. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
At the CES, which Tom hates that to hold as consumer electronics where people would care, evidently there's a BMW that changes colors, and Tom is not impressed.
They haven't had any revelatory stuff coming out of
That's
that.
pretty revelatory. A car that can change color. That's really something.
Pretty pointless.
I'm not saying it's for me, but it's...
I don't know why. Let's cure polio and
But that's not what the Consumer Electronics Show
Right.
is supposed to do.
It's like yelling at us for sitting here 4 hours talking about nothing when we could be at a soup kitchen.
You want to work at a soup kitchen?
Some mornings I'd rather, yes.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks. I needed that.
When you use Mr. Béchon, she won't be able to keep her hands off of you. And neither will you.
Is that Mr. Bashan?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific name.
Mr. Béchon, why not jerk a bottle off your department store shelf today? Mr. Béchon, it's not a sin anymore.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Minutes.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Present.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hey.
There's Ace Cosby.
Wait a minute. What was that?
What? I'm explaining to Amy why there's a $200 charge for yak meat on the corporate card.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Yeah, that's an expensive meal.
How much per pound?
I don't know. I just got two of everything.
Will you also explain to Amy why Tom says has a $600 charge to OnlyFans?
Sure.
Show research.
I still haven't been on OnlyFans. You have to pay to get on?
You have to pay to subscribe to many accounts. Yes.
You can see free accounts. There are free accounts.
I like the way you've got your hat, like a little flavor on your head. Kind of off to one side.
Oh, I just put it on rapidly.
Yeah, I like it, yeah.
Does it remind you of the Ohio players where the one guy had the fro kind of canted to the...
You knew he was going to say that.
The
You
exact
knew
opposite,
it.
actually, yeah.
No, I didn't know that. I know it now.
Wow. Okay. Got a nice letter here. We were talking about the old folks' home, the assisted living place.
Yes.
For the seniors.
Yeah. Well, I don't like calling them
that's why I
seniors.
said it.
And I hate the phrase senior citizen.
Some of them are senior living establishments.
Okay.
I like how you keep saying them.
I know, right?
Hey, that microphone can turn off very easily. That chair can be
I think
removed.
she's got a hell of a point.
The point is...
Poor old people. Hey, wait a minute.
The old folks are trying the reefer, and they're filling up the ERs, according to this study at the University of San Diego. Got this. Chris writes, I'm an ER nurse in the great state of Michigan.
No kidding.
Paren. Boy, did they get screwed in that game. Okay, I'm obviously very observant. Ever since pot was legalized, grandparents are coming in high off their asses, giggling like schoolgirls after trying edibles for the first time.
Wow.
Or from eating special brownies at a family gathering unknowingly.
Yeah, that's
It's a standard thing to see in the ER.
Okay.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's also, and this is on a much more serious note, a very serious problem with kids getting a hold of gummies that think they're candy.
Right.
Yeah, if you have gummies, you got to lock them up.
Yes, be responsible, please.
Yeah, very dangerous.
So you guys have done a drunk show. Would you be willing to do a high show if I made some brownies and brought them in?
It would have to be. We'd have to be 20 miles offshore.
Oh, it's not legal here. My bad. Never mind.
Trying to get us arrested.
But the answer is yes.
Man, those early call-ins.
You think if we did that, they would bust in and go, all right, you're all under arrest.
Now, I went around the room, and none of us, let me rephrase that. Most of us are not stoners.
Right.
Pat, you're not a stoner.
No.
And I'm not going to go through the roster again, but Ace mentioned that he'd only smoked marijuana once with the drummer from, who was it? Quiet Riot. David writes, leave Ace alone. Pot dealers don't take coupons. David, you are my favorite listener. Thank you very much. That's so funny. We're getting a lot of this. Recently, my 70-year-old father discovered edibles. He had purchased some, quote, M&Ms from a dispensary. Not knowing how they worked, he ate one at a time until he was drooling on the couch.
Oh, yeah. Little goes a long way.
More than normal.
Wow. He said, I should say that he isn't new to pot. As a kid, I remember him getting my hamster stoned.
Whoa.
Is that a phrase, or is he really talking about
he probably did.
Don't
hot box the old hand.
Don't do that to your animals. I hate it when people give me, look, my dog drinks beer. Oh, God. Wow. Okay, there you go. Very interesting. Now, we turn back to Christy Lee at the news desk. Christy.
New research indicates that men who think they may have a small penis are more attracted to sports cars.
You know something? This research, I think, is BS.
Researchers at UCLA's experimental psychology department recruited 200 men between the ages of 18 and 74.
Holy hell.
And had them complete an online task.
Oh.
Buried within the questions were statements about average penis size, which were also followed by the picture of a sports car.
Okay.
In order to manipulate the participants' self-esteem, some were told the average size of an erect penis is 7.1 inches, while the rest were told that it was 4. Researchers found that men made to believe that their penises were smaller than average were more likely to rate sports cars as highly desirable.
Interesting.
With the trend even more marked in men over the age of 30.
No, I think this is valid. Why don't you think this is a decent?
I think this is what they call confirmation bias. I think they're going in trying to prove a point.
Well, so you kind of do that with any science experiment.
They skew the study so that I don't know.
It doesn't seem skewed to me, but
I don't think there's a correlation between penis size and the vehicle you drive. Although I do hear Pete Davidson drives a school bus. Hung like a donkey, they say, that boy. I would say, have you ever driven a Porsche?
Yes.
I don't care how big you are down there. Well worth it.
I bet it feels very much like any other car.
No, it doesn't.
I've never driven a Porsche, but I've watched a guy with, Dad, your kind of body type, try to get in and out of a Porsche.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a great time.
There's a great viral video of a guy rolling out of a sports. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, my
gotta
God.
see it live
it's
in person.
hysterical.
This is why Porsche developed the SUV for guys my size, so we can actually get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get some of the classic ones, and you're pretty low to the ground.
Right.
I'm going to need a Hoyer lift or a crane to get out of that.
I think the video I'm talking about is a Lamborghini, and the guy he can't get out of it. It's hysterical.
Well, you know what they say, Lamborghini, you got a small weenie. I think that's what.
Oh, is that what they say?
Yeah, but Porsche, no way.
I think it depends on the color of your sports car, to be honest. I think if you choose like the yellow, that might say something.
The more showy, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, a lot of those cars only come in showy colors.
That would be a
orange
different
and green
study.
and yellow.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting study.
Yeah.
It is. I think she's right. My neighbor just bought a new sports car. It's dick colored, and I think it may have something to do with.
There's a vein in the middle of it.
Now.
It's got a purple hood.
Now, you're not going to believe me when I tell you this, but I'm going to tell you when.
I don't believe you.
Have you ever heard the theory on why the Edsel failed?
Yes.
No.
Go ahead.
You know the story of the Edsel.
Yes,
the famous.
I do.
How do you spell this? I'm going to look at it.
Edsel.
Okay,
it's it was the name of one of Ford's kids, right? Edsel Ford.
And I can.
and it was.
I believe this.
It's considered to be one of, if not the biggest flop in the history of marketing of a vehicle.
Looks like a classic old car.
Yes.
Are you looking at one right now?
Yeah.
Look at the center of the front grill and tell me what you think.
The theory is that it looked too much like a vagina.
Let me see it.
I'm not getting that, but
Really?
Huh.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
They think that's why it failed?
Yeah.
Maybe it's ugly as heck. That's why it failed.
Well, at the time, I mean, the design things were. The theory that's one of the. That's kind of a. If not an urban legend, certainly a theory of psychology.
That's interesting, but
Remember
like-
Joe
like the-
Camel was supposed to the
two
mascot.
things on the side are supposed to look like the feet, and
Wow. Okay.
yeah, look at that.
Oh,
one.
yeah, I
Look
see
at
what you're
them.
saying.
But it was
okay. I don't
And
see it.
that's a pink Edsel, so it really has the. And they're all pink on the outside. Wait a minute.
No, that's not. That's not.
I think they're kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well, they're collectible.
I'm also a fan
now.
of vaginas. So. I think the Edsel is very cool looking.
Really?
Yeah. You don't like, but I think it's cool that it's just so indicative of a certain era.
Sure. It's like a big boat.
But you wouldn't want, if someone had you the keys to a nice Porsche, you wouldn't want to drive it. Because
No, to me, a car is a car is a car.
Can
but
you drive a manual transmission?
Yes. Yeah, I always enjoy that.
Only 18% of Americans can do that. Did you know that?
Really?
I miss it.
I thought it was 7.
I read 18% just 2 days ago. But
Willie, can you?
Oh, of course not. Are you kidding me? You joking?
It's real fun, man.
it's real fun.
Yeah.
It terrifies me.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. It makes you focus.
Sure it does. You can't use your phone.
Yeah, I don't really use my phone when I drive like that, but yeah, I just can't. I never learned.
I wish I would have kept my manual because I got rid of it because I was at the time potentially going to move to L.A. and I didn't want to sit in L.A. traffic with a manual.
I don't blame you.
Just stalling out every
How
10
many
yards.
vehicles are available with a manual transmission?
Oh, very few.
I just bought a Jeep Wrangler a couple years ago, and I thought, man, I'm going to get a manual. That would be fun,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I test drove one. I said, nope, don't want to do this every day.
But they were available.
They were available,
Okay.
absolutely.
Was it?
yeah.
Do you know if it was more expensive than an automatic?
It was not less enough to make it worth my while.
Gotcha, but it was still below.
It was, yeah.
Because Jay Leno recently, a few years ago, just said he had to pay more for a manual than an automatic.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe depending on what car it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Did you ever have one with 3 in the tree?
No, I've seen that, but I've never.
I had to drive one of those once.
Yeah, that's up here. Yeah.
They're very cool. I'm sorry, we are totally off topic, which is the nature of this show. Once again, as the ladies in the Dementia Ward said, here, and I'm quoting again, they don't know what they're doing, but it sounds like they're having fun. That should be our T-shirt. Thank you very much, ladies. We'll be right back with more stuff that would include no pants on. What? And an interesting story about Frankie Muniz, the great actor, is now a race car driver, legit. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email. Bob and Tom at...
I made this crazy movie called Freddy Got Fingered, and it was, I wrote it, I directed it, and it was a really, really crazy movie, and it won the Raspberry Awards, and people said it was the worst movie ever made, and all this stuff. But that was sort of the point, was to make the craziest
worst movie, yeah.
Kind of the point of it, right? So now what's happened is, and really what's been a really exciting thing about going and doing these shows is, people are coming out to the shows. They're bringing their Freddy Got Fingered DVDs, and it's sort of turned into a bit of a cult, smash. I've gotten a call from the studio recently. They said the DVDs have been selling through the roof. They've sold over 1 million units of the DVD.
And didn't I hear that you're going to do a director's cut?
I want to do a director's cut of the movie because because there are scenes that just when you edit when you do one of these commercial studio movies, especially a movie like that, they focus group it, and you had to change things and tighten it all up.
Right.
So there are some crazy scenes that I'd like to get back into it, but also it's sort of just I think the irony of doing a director's cut for me personally is pretty funny.
Whenever there's a movie, there's always a porno movie that someone makes based on the
Yeah,
title?
Yeah, it was
No.
called Freddy Got Fingered.
Okay, back to you, Tom Green.
People actually, to be honest, the things that people really like out of the movie are some of the sillier scenes, not so much the gross scenes, but people always come up to me and they say, "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" Which is this line from the movie. "Daddy, would you like some sausage?" So I sing that on stage. Come see me on tour. We'll be singing some of the hits.
Sing along.
But,
All right.
That's your Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah, that's my Stairway. The Bum Bum song would be my Stairway to Heaven. That went to #1 on MTV, the Bum Bum song.
When you Google Freddie Got Fingered, the first thing that comes up, the first line is Freddie Got Fingered quotes.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And then you go to that page and the sausage.
Yeah.
The sausage organ comment is the very first line.
There's all sorts of very silly lines in the movie.
Yeah,
It's
there's a
not-
whole pile of quotes here.
So I was in a rap group when I was in Canada when I was a teenager. That was actually
What were they called?
We were called Organized Rhyme. We were actually had a record deal when I was 19 years old.
No kidding.
Right out of high school with A&M Records, and we had a #1 hit, in many
Canada?
markets in Canada. We were the Much Music Video Award of the Year for Best Rap Video. That was sort of the.
Is that on your website?
You can find it on there. Yeah, you can find it on there, and you can find it on YouTube. And the thing that was sort of my first sort of realization. Hey, I want to work in show business. I was sort of like all of a sudden I had this record, and we were touring, and we were doing radio shows, and I went and started my radio show, and right after that, and it was initially a rap music show that I turned into a talk show, which then turned into my TV show. I've had a lot of great rappers on my website too. Like if you go on TomGreen.com, you can see me rapping with Too Short and Exhibit. There's this funny video of me rapping with Exhibit where I surprise him with this rap that's ended up on YouTube. It's got 2.5 million views now, and it's sort of funny because you see these rappers who just aren't expecting me to start rapping, and then I start rapping in their face, which is fun. So.
Canadian rap.
Right back
Canadian
at you.
rap, yeah. You can see why you haven't heard of it.
Hey.
Canadian rap.
Tom Green is our guest.
His dudes on Pervert Row at Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bonjour, Bob and Tom.
Oh, it's
It's Pepe Lescrote.
Pepe Lescrotum. Good morning,
Hi,
Pepe.
Pepe.
Comment allez-vous with you?
Oh, we're fine.
Hi, Pepe. I heard you were talking about my old job.
Your old job was?
Oui, collecting is a non-urine.
Oh,
the
was that your
non-urine
job?
used in these fertility drugs.
Yes, it was a terrible, terrible job, and I'm glad I no longer do it.
Well, why was it so bad?
Well, you have to go around, collecting the urine. But I just wanted to call to tell you why they had to stop using it.
Why?
Well, it's a terrible, terrible thing. These babies, they were conceived and born with using the non-urine. When they came out, they would not cry when they were spanked.
They wouldn't?
No.
Why?
You had to wrap them across the hands with a ruler.
I see.
I see.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Yes, Pepe.
What are the only 3 words you need to know in French?
Oh, I know this one.
That's right.
Thank you, Pepe Lescrotum.
Au revoir.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, nice weather we're having today, don't you think?
Yeah, it is rather amazing the cyclical manner in which meteorological trends manifest themselves.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for people who suck at small talk.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
Good morning, sunshine. To the max, there's baloney in our sight.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Money.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
We're talking about
Yeah, we were.
this study about the length of the male member, or girth, I suppose, and the type of car that one drives. The study is suggesting that men who perceive that they are small in that area are more likely to get a sports car. I think it's kind of stupid. But then we got talking about manual transmissions, and Christy's right. The most recent stat on this, only 18% of Americans can drive a manual transmission.
And it's interesting because 18 car makers in the United States offer a manual transmission.
Something's weird.
Very few automobiles or trucks are available with it. But this is interesting.
Sad.
Headline, teens try to steal elderly woman's car but can't drive a stick shift.
Yeah.
This happened in Seattle. They approached the woman at gunpoint. Got her out of the car and realized that none of them could drive the stick shift. Ms. Nancy Fredrickson was returning home after buying a sleeping bag at a local garage sale.
That's odd.
When she was unloading it, the thieves pointed a gun at her face. Yeah, well, this is just the story. I'm not sure why she was buying a sleeping bag, Josh.
And I don't know why it's pertinent, but
I didn't write this. I'm just reading it right now. But anyway, these jackasses got in the car and couldn't figure out how to get it going.
I've had to park my car for a valet before because the valet doesn't know how to drive a manual transmission.
You can't be a valet then.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I agree.
you're out.
I was like, come on.
You know something? It's not like we can do a big audition for valet parkers, okay?
Yeah, they're usually teenagers.
Can you breathe? Do you have a driver's license? We don't care.
Okay.
But shouldn't it be, we'd like to see you go ahead and park these 10 cars?
Yeah, and especially...
Not in this market. It's too hard to get people to work.
Now, remember, try not to hit anything. Okay. Well,
by the way, it does kill me, by the way. There's a couple of places where they have valet parking where it's in a sort of a big shopping mall area where anybody can park and walk.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel
But
dumb.
a lot of the fancier restaurants that offer valet parking usually draw clientele that may have a car that has a manual transmission, a sports car or something. Right. You would think that these young men and women would be able to drive them.
Well, I don't think so.
All right.
There isn't enough firing going on.
This is...
there's just not enough. You could review people in general, like every 30 days.
Yes.
Call them in, ask like 10 questions, pass or fail.
Hey,
and then if you fail, you...
Hey, pink go slip. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, no kidding.
Am I out?
Christy, this article says 10% of new vehicles in the United States have a manual transmission.
Man, I better get one before
I
they're
gotta
gone
get
completely.
One. I need another
You want
one.
to split one? You want to split a car?
Sure, I'll share a car with
This
you.
is such a good idea. This is such a great idea.
Yeah, we'll split it right down the middle.
We need
80-20.
a muscle car.
Is your little car manual? Oh.
We need a muscle car, like a Chevelle or something.
Shouldn't little cars that don't have an automatic transmission be called Manuel Lewis's?
You know what little car does.
You know something? I'm glad that you said that because then what I said earlier today will be forgotten.
The little car that has a lot of models that have a manual transmission is the Mini, the Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
They offer it on almost all their models, I believe.
I don't know if I can drive one of those.
A Mini Cooper? Oh, I love
physics.
Stop. You'd be fine.
Me in the carnival with a bear with a fez on his head. Something like that. I've often wondered that, yeah.
I see. Okay. Well, Christy Lee is once again at the news. Have we missed anything?
Yeah, this creepy story from Tennessee where transportation workers found a human heart in a salt stockpile.
That's grisly.
I guess it was preserved.
What's
never
a
mind.
salt stock?
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said workers made the grim discovery at a state transportation department salt facility in McEwen, WSMV.
Nashville. I know where that is, actually. A buddy of mine works there.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Wouldn't it be like WSMV? It's smooth.
No, but it is now.
Ace shook his head.
Sorry, yes.
Reports workers retrieved salt from their barn and found what they thought was a weirdly shaped rock. Humphreys County Sheriff Chris Davis told the station the heart appeared to have been there for a while and it was dehydrated from the salt, preserved.
What on
TBI
earth?
said the investigation is ongoing. We all know salt is a preservative.
No, but I mean, what?
Yeah.
How did this happen?
It had to impart some kind of anatomy class.
Somebody was murdered.
Anatomy class? No.
Well, we're done with this.
Yeah, we're going to throw it in the trash?
What am I supposed to do with this, Teach? Toss her on the salt
Well,
stock.
I mean, why else would anyone have a heart separated from a human body?
Because they murdered.
You think?
What about murder?
So they murder them and
think
then
it's murder.
they cut it up and they took the time and trouble to slice the heart out?
No.
Sure.
Of course.
What if it was a heart that was in transit for a transplant?
Right.
And the
it
guy
would've
was
been
just
Maybe
like,
the guy quit.
yeah, I quit.
I'm done.
Mid-trip.
I can't drive a manual transmission. This thing's tossing it out the window.
This
Maybe it's
ambulance
like
is a stick.
Maybe it's a cannibalism thing.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was trying to cook it up Pittsburgh style.
Yeah, one little salt on it, yeah. You ever had a nice salt steak? You ever made a salt steak?
Oh, here
Yeah.
we go.
Please stop.
And done fish and salt, packed it. Yeah.
The one where you pack it in the newspaper? And
Yeah.
we should do that here.
What happens
We
if we don't?
should not.
What,
How about
what do you
some
pack
yak?
it in if you don't have newspaper?
You take
Print
newspaper.
gets all over it.
Yeah, but people don't have newspapers anymore. So what do you use?
iPads.
You can use
Yeah, the
butcher
melting
paper.
plastic may give it a little flavor. You take some newspaper and you put a giant thing of salt on it, then you put the steak on it, then you pour more salt on it, wrap it up, tie it up, soak it in a bucket,
water. Yeah.
then throw it in the grill. And it infuses it with the salt
And then
taste.
you can
It's
read the
delightful.
comics off the steak. It's real
Yeah,
fun.
isn't that nice?
Delicious.
It's like edible silly.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no problems with that. Oh, yeah. It's fun, it's weird, it's cool. All the cool things you want to do for barbecue.
We got away with how the heart got there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Got away from it.
Who's to say?
What could
This is
it
a
be?
mystery.
I hope we have a follow-up on that. If you're
And it's
listening in
definitely a
Tennessee,
human heart,
let me know.
not like a cannon, like a...
Could you test
Cow
it?
or-
Could you run the DNA? Find
I'm
out who it
sure they
belongs to?
can.
Oh, yeah, you can find out who that is.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
They got this.
Doesn't TikTok have all our DNA, right? Yeah.
I think so.
Hey, you know they found the heart we threw in the salt.
Yeah, that's right.
They didn't find the brain in the pepper, did they?
No, they sure did.
Okay, good. We got to go up there this weekend.
Okay, well,
Just don't go to that apple orchard.
what else you got?
Thank you. Thank you very
New
much.
York City's No Pants subway ride's been canceled for the second year in a row. The event went like this. Participants don full winter attires, except for their bottoms, and ride the New York City subway as though nothing is amiss.
Hey, look at my
They
feet.
wear underwear. The event's organizers made the announcement saying after 19 years of producing the event, we've decided to take a break. Quote, sadly, the pandemic ruined our plans
Can
of
you
making
imagine
it
that
20 years in a
jackass at
row.
a party?
That kind of sounds like a thing I'd be into. I think
Really?
That's kind of sounds fun.
I organized the No Pants Subway ride. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
You ever
huh?
been in the New York subway? There's no pants day every day for somebody.
They did it in London recently. I think it was last week.
Boy,
Started by
mind
improv
the gap,
everywhere.
indeed.
Yikes.
Mind the gap.
The last No Pants subway ride in New York happened January 12th, 2020.
You would want like flesh to seat on
No.
it. Ugh,
Yeah.
gross.
I think I'd have to wear like long underwear.
Yeah. Well, that defeats the purpose.
Well, I
You're
don't
still
think so.
wearing
No.
No, boxer briefs.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, boxer briefs would be all right.
When did New York City subway stop running? 1 a.m., midnight?
I have no idea.
Some of them run all night.
They really do. Some go 24 hours.
I don't know.
Hey, let's say they run.
That city never sleeps.
They all go 24 hours, don't they?
Oh, I know in London they didn't. Because I spent a semester of school.
Oh, yeah, London. Wow.
Regent's College was very.
Did you know?
I was quite an esteemed.
Was there a test to get in?
Yes, I had to write them a check.
In English?
Congratulations, you passed.
Okay, that sounds like
You
what I
signed
did
in
to
the
get into
memo.
college. Coming up, Christy, you want to give me the teaser?
Yeah, we have the California National Guard General who's
I
in
thought
trouble.
you were going to say the California grapes. I don't know why. Remember the California
Of course
grapes?
I do.
The
I
raisins,
love
you
the
mean?
California
raisins.
grapes.
Yeah. Or the older grapes.
Well, no, they started out early on. They
they're
were the
baby
grapes.
grapes,
Right.
And they got old.
Yeah. And then they were known as Jefferson grapes. And then Jefferson.
Let me tell you something. With very few exceptions, everyone in this room, I hate you.
Well, it's easier to do it that way than to say which ones of us you like. I think
It certainly is.
I'm
perfectly
a big
fair.
Sun-made raisin fan. Just had some in my little...
Coming up, this is a great story.
yeah.
Through the grapevine.
It's about a general in California who is with the
He's in
National Guard
trouble.
that is no longer a general.
Right. Uh-oh.
Wait till you find out why.
Yeah.
It's not really treason or anything bad like that. It's just the misuse of his military authority, but in a very, very odd way. Right now, I want to do a little quick quiz. We'll start with Christy Lee, of course. Ladies first. What is your sleep number setting, Miss Lee?
65. Thank you for asking. It's
Is your name Christy Lee?
I want it to be.
Mine it is. Mine is 40.
Your sleep number is 40. What does
Yes.
that mean exactly?
That means it is a softer side of the mattress, or...
That's right. Chick McGee, conversely, you are...
100. I mash it to the floor.
The sleep number setting of 100 means Chick McGee's has a firm mattress. What am I talking about? Well, the beauty of the sleep number bed is, number one, it's comfortable for everybody because you can change the setting to your liking. Either side of the bed has its own setting, so everybody is happy. The importance of sleep, it can't be overrated. If you want to have a great day today, have a great night's sleep. That's what the Sleep Number bed is all about. I've had mine, I want to say now, 17 years, maybe 18. I love my Sleep Number bed. And you can choose your Sleep Number bed and get proven quality sleep. A lot of research about sleeping done at Sleep Number, and they can be very helpful telling you things you can do to get a better night's sleep. And it all starts and ends with a Sleep Number bed. A lot of different varieties, a lot of different things going on with Sleep Number beds. But right now, this particular bed, the Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed, is just $899. That's a savings of $200. And remember, Sleep Number beds last longer than traditional mattresses, and of course, they're adjustable. So it's like having 40 beds, but it takes up a lot less space. Everybody's happy with the Sleep Number bed because they set the exact level of firmness that they want. And the Sleep Number Smart Beds will help you get that right level, the right level for you. Sleep Number, how do you find them? sleepnumber.com/BT Show. I love my Sleep Number bed. Coming up, Frankie from Malcolm in the Middle. How do you pronounce his last name?
I think it's Frankie Muniz. I'm not sure, though.
Muniz?
Muniz?
Also known as Agent Cody Banks.
Yeah, he's a
Big fat liar.
he's a legit race car driver and is joining NASCAR, kind of in the tradition of Paul Newman, who was a great actor and a great race car driver as well. So we'll find out about Frankie coming up. Also, do you know about the pink-footed goose, Josh?
I don't.
Well, there's a
tell
lot
you
of
about
people.
it.
A lot of people traveling right now to see the pink-footed goose here in the United
Did it
States.
step in
of
some
America.
Pepto-Bismol?
Anyone? Pepto-Bismol? Anyone?
I got nothing.
Not even a chocolate ace? Nothing? Okay, sorry.
You guys want to go?
Couldn't even bring up a...
Want to go to commercial on that?
Yeah, there's less of that coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
That is a good question to ask. I'm glad that you listen to Bob and Tom 24/7 because it keeps me employed. So keep on doing that, ladies and gentlemen, children of the world. We know you love the Bob and Tom Show, and we're so glad you're joining us here this morning. I say it all the time, but we couldn't do it without you, our listeners. So thank you so much for being here this morning. And thanks to our guests for stopping by, Jess Hooker, Al Jackson, of course, Chick McGee with the shoe-in of the week. Going to be picking against our Week 18 winner, Robert Hatton from Cincinnati, Ohio. Again, the playoffs are upon us. The NFL super exciting, super whatever weekend it is. Wild card, super wild card. Say super a lot. And the NFL, Chick McGee picking the games, and he goes against the point spread. So it'll be interesting to see exactly who Chick likes in the playoffs this week. We'll find out together coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Until Wednesday, few travelers had heard of a Notice to Air Mission, or NOTAM, nor did they know that the system used to generate those notices could cause widespread travel misery. Boy, they found out fast. The FAA computer system that compiles and distributes essential safety information for pilots went kaput. leading to flights being temporarily grounded nationwide and touching off a cascading air traffic jam. More than 1,300 flights were canceled, 9,000 delayed by early evening on the East Coast alone. NOTAM has been around for more than half a century, and it has evolved from paper to computers. It's now in the process of being updated, but failed in the meantime, along with the backup system. The man accused in the fatal stabbings of 4 University of Idaho students will be in court today for a hearing that comes a day after classes resumed for undergraduates. Washington State University grad student Brian Koberger has yet to enter a plea and is waiting to learn whether prosecutors will pursue the death penalty. It's been nearly 2 months since the 4 students were killed and 2 weeks since Koberger was arrested. And the oldest living survivor of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 celebrated his upcoming 105th birthday at the National World War II Museum in New Orleans. Joseph Eskenazi of Redondo Beach, California, boarded an Amtrak train Friday for the journey. He arrived at the museum Wednesday morning, posing for pictures with 6 other World War II veterans amid exhibits of beach landing vessels and aircraft. Happy birthday. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Dear Allie, I got into a huge fight with my new girlfriend who has shown some signs of being crazy. This fight was over me liking some people's Instagrams that she was unhappy about, and she got so mad she pulled down her pants and peed on the floor. We were in her apartment. She peed on her own floor.
He's writing a letter. He's thinking about this. She has to be so hot.
He's still into, I need some help with this.
Right. I don't want to walk away. Have you seen her?
She pissed on my footstool, but still, have you seen her?
Wow.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Ladies, he'll love the taste, and you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh, my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nuttin' Raisin Honey from Post. Who else? Nuttin' Raisin Honey, coming to a store near you. Nuttin' Raisin Honey, eat them from the bowl or...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Hi. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man, good to see you.
Should you go take a nap?
I'm Chick McGee. And
What was it, Tom? Nap or crap?
Pick one.
I hope it wasn't both
What do
at
you
the
mean,
same
what
time.
just happened? We did a break. You weren't here. I figured you took a nap. Yeah.
Dear Chick and his merry band of idiots. What the hell? This is from Brian. I've enjoyed hearing your Tomisms and wanted to share a few that have not been mentioned. Okay. Tomisms are words that only Tom uses.
When I get stuck, I will try to. Yesterday, I couldn't think of the word.
Shopping cart.
Shopping cart. The basket on wheels thing.
The big basket that
pushing basket.
Pushing basket. Yeah,
whatever.
that's
You know what I'm talking about. I made it clear.
Tom referred to as a water hose nozzle as a squirter gun. Mm-hmm. You've said that many times. You referred to one of your daughter's birthday tiara as a birthday helmet. I don't remember.
Little thing said happy birthday.
On several occasions, Brian insists that you have referred to football practice as
rehearsal.
That's exactly right. You have called a video arcade a game parlor. And you absolutely have called a stack of weights for a barbell at a gym a stack of weight pancakes.
Weight pancakes?
I remember that one. That was wild.
Yeah.
They look like pancakes.
They're stacked up like such, aren't they?
And Chris wants to get a jump on next year's Tom phrases, most used for the year. And so far, I'm not staying in my own home is way ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Phrases that you're
just trying to make it clear
this year.
Okay.
There you go.
Would you guys be okay if I brought one of the dogs in tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Yeah.
I'll bring my dogs in.
I'll bring my dogs in.
Oh, we could have dog day.
Have dog day.
Yeah.
Bring our cats in.
No. No cats.
Sorry, Ace. This show is restricted.
My cat would really enjoy being here.
Well, yeah, really.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Meeting you guys.
Would she sit on your lap during the show? Or?
No, she would be. She's very curious.
Is she?
She'd be stepping on these controls, and we'd be going off the air all the time.
Yeah, it would be a chaos.
Be like the cat in National Lampoon's Vacation underneath the chair.
Chick, she would wave her paw, knock off your Joe Theismann bobblehead.
Break stuff. You know she would.
Last time we had cats on the show, didn't go well.
That's true. Okay, well, let's move forward.
We can recreate it.
I believe
performing cats.
We got a cat that's going to join us on the show right now. That cat is Robert Hatton from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh.
And Robert was our winner of Week 18 of the Bob and Tom Pigskin Pick'em competition. And Robert has won himself, of course, the Big Green Egg Mini Max. Are you there, Robert?
I am.
Okay, it's good talking to you, Robert. From Cincinnati, Ohio. Are you a Bengals fan, I'm assuming?
Who day? Absolutely.
Yeah. What a great year to be a Bengals fan.
Oh, yeah.
It is a good year. Last year was great, and we're hoping for the same thing again this year.
Yeah, and amazing that the Bengals are back, but the team that beat them in the Super Bowl blew it this year they didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, they were terrible, which doesn't hurt my feelings any.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Well, Robert, you won last week's contest by picking. I want to get this straight. You got 15 of 16 correct. There was a two-way tie for first place, and you had all the tiebreakers, so you're our winner. And you get to pick against Chick McGee. He's going to pick all the games in the playoffs. Is that
That's
correct?
right. 6 games coming up in Super Wildcard Weekend. Super Wildcard Weekend. And you're picking the points there, pal. So here we go. Not just the winners and losers, just points.
Robert, are you a Robert or are you a Bob or a Rob?
I usually go by Rob.
Rob. Okay, Rob.
Not Bobo or Bert or
Bobo.
No, not yet. Maybe in a few more years.
Okay.
Why would he go by Bert?
Robert.
Oh.
People do that?
Well, where does Bert come from?
B-E-R-T?
Yeah,
Bert.
There's Bertram, Robert.
Bartholomew.
You know, Charles, you got Les.
Really?
Well, yeah.
I had no idea.
Okay.
I haven't heard that one. I've never been called Bert.
Oh. All right, Bert, here we go.
There we go. There's a first time for everything.
The San Francisco 49ers. They keep telling me it's hard, it's difficult to beat the same team 3 times in one season. The San Francisco 49ers hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle getting 10. Who do you like? San Francisco minus the 10 or Seattle plus the 10?
I like San Francisco.
You're exactly right, and that will be my double shock for this week, Tom. San Francisco minus the 10. The Niners minus the 10, and the petulant child that is Kyle Shanahan. The Buffalo Bills are hosting the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins, I think their quarterback's name's Kyle Chowder or something like that.
I can't even remember. They've been through so many.
Tua is still under concussion protocol. I would be surprised if he ever walks on an NFL field again, but we will see. Buffalo minus 13 hosting the Dolphins. Who do you like, Buffalo or Miami?
Well, I think Buffalo's on a good momentum roll swing right now, so I got to take Buffalo.
Buffalo have a full roster this week?
They do have a full roster.
Very,
actually,
very helpful.
DeMar Hamlin might even be there at the game. So I'm taking Buffalo minus the 13.
Oh.
Two big points picks there, the first ones. New York Giants travel to the Minnesota Vikings, and Giants getting 3. Who do you like, the G-Men or Minnesota?
I will definitely take the G-Man.
I will take the Giants plus the 3.
Oh, you guys are in sync.
I think the Vikings have that problem with the guy, former Washington football team quarterback Kirk Cousins.
He can't throw the ball anymore.
Nope. If you need an interception, you call Kirk.
So far, you and Bert have agreed on everything.
Sinking right up here.
Yeah, I should kiss.
Okay, well, if you were in the room, I'd kiss him right on top of the head, if he'd let me. The Dallas Cowboys.
My wife might get a little jealous.
Well, she can jump right in.
Jealous is good. She just said tell you hi anyway, you know?
Okay.
Oh, that's nice. What's her name?
Yeah.
Angela.
Bert
Hi,
and Angie
Angela.
tonight on ABC. It's a brand new Bert and Angie.
That sounds like a good show.
It does.
Yeah, they're from Cincinnati. Well, there's in Cincinnati, whatever became of me.
Is that the WKRP?
It's Bert and Angie in Cincinnati. No.
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys travel to Tampa Bay Monday night to take on Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Who do you like? Dallas, let's see, Dallas minus the 3 in Tampa or Tampa Bay plus the 3 at home?
I will take Tampa.
I will take Tampa plus the 3.
Well, you guys are married.
Okay.
Sorry, Angela.
This is a first. I mean, you're agreeing on
This
every
is
one of them.
absolutely a first so far, and I don't see any of this changing except for the last one. We will go to the Ravens, play the Cincinnati Bengals again, and once again, that you can't beat a team 3 times, rears its ugly head. The Ravens getting 9 at the Jungle. Who do you like, Cincinnati or Baltimore?
Well, that's a silly question. I definitely got to take Cincinnati.
I like Cincinnati as well, minus the 9. I don't think Lamar's playing for the Baltimore Ravens ever again.
Well, neither do I.
He'll be the brand new quarterback for your Washington Commanders next season. Okay, and finally, the Los Angeles Chargers travel to Jacksonville, Florida to take on Trevor Lawrence. Trevor, toss me the ball.
Oh, Trevor.
Oh, Trevor. Jacksonville plus 3. They are home underdogs, Tom. Jacksonville plus 3 against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Trevor.
Who do you like, Chargers or Jacksonville?
I've got to take Los Angeles.
And there we differ.
Darn.
I will take Jacksonville and Trevor against whatever his name is, that head coach for the Chargers. I don't like him. He's going to step on his wiener. I like Jacksonville plus the 3 at home. And there.
I would have probably have taken Jacksonville, but I felt Trevor Lawrence would probably be better swimming at Penn State than playing quarterback. So,
what kind of talk is that?
My goodness.
Well.
What don't you like about him? The long hair?
That hippie.
It drives me nuts, yeah.
Really? I was joking. He's fantastic.
Angela must have said
I just
something.
think he's so cocky.
Oh.
Okay, well,
He is a punk, isn't he? I'm with you.
He is.
He thinks he's so hot, turning me on out there.
getting an erection.
Yeah.
First quarter.
Making me all Justin Herbert wears a hairband, though. He wears a
he thinks he's sexy, too, getting me to question my sexuality.
Robert, have you been able to get to any of the games in Cincinnati?
Not this year.
Okay, well, let's
Tom, get him some tickets. Buy him a ticket to Cincinnati this week. Sunday.
Look at Tom.
Did you ever find out how much that ticket cost for Kostaki?
I had to buy Kostaki one.
That's a new week. It's a new year. Come on, it's hammer time. It's Super Wild Card Weekend. What's wrong with you?
What are those tickets going for, Robert?
Oh yeah, Bengal tickets.
I've been hearing like $279 a piece is like the cheapos.
Oh, that's not bad.
Tom can afford
Come
that.
on, you fart that every afternoon.
Right? You wipe your butt with a C note. Come on.
I'll buy a couple seats at that price.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too rich for me.
Well,
could you get your butt down there?
Oh yeah.
Really? Okay.
Tom's going to offer. He offered to buy you a couple seats.
Now, you and your wife, Tina, or whatever the hell her name was,
Angela.
whatever.
Angie.
Would she?
Would she go with you, or would you dump her and take a buddy?
Well, she cannot get out. She had surgery on her knees yesterday, so she cannot leave.
Oh,
wait a minute.
How
Hold
convenient.
it. Hold it. Bert, what's the pain medication climate there at the house? I might come down there and drive you over there to Cincinnati. And just
It's pretty good.
Do not go to that game. Your wife just had knee surgery.
Yeah.
See you later, honey.
No. Go to that game and make a sign. Who day? My wife just had knee surgery. Go Bengals, and you will be on TV. I guarantee it.
We might be divorced.
Yeah,
but
maybe
you'll
have a
be on-
picture
I
of her
might be
with
on TV,
crutches.
but I might not make it back in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, are you going to come see us? We're going to be down in Cincinnati for opening day for the baseball season. You going to join us?
Hard Rock Casino.
I will.
Yeah.
Hard Rock Casino. We'll see you there. How about some tickets for the opening day? We'll fix you up with that. Will your wife be better by then?
Yes.
Okay, we'll take care of you then. How about that?
That sounds great.
Okay, we'll do that for you.
You're so nice, Tom.
Best of luck. And what is opening day? Is it the 29th?
I believe it's May 11th.
No. It's
March 3rd. It's spring comes in, and so does baseball.
Yeah, it's earlier
No,
every
March
year.
30th is our broadcast.
I knew there was a 3 in it.
That was very, very helpful. Robert, thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure.
Hey, Bert, is Angie high right now on pain meds?
No, she's not.
Is she?
Lots left. You wish she was. Huh?
Give her a couple and watch The Price is Right, okay?
This guy needs a safe place, okay? Give him a break. Thank you, Robert. We appreciate your listening.
Bye, Robert.
See you.
Rob.
We'll see you for opening day. All right, okay, let's move on here. We have, wait a minute. Yikes, where are we? Christy
we have
Lee.
time for a story.
Do you have the Frankie Muniz? Is it
No,
Muniz
that
or
was
Munez?
Chick has that story.
I think it's, Munez. But I do
Munez.
call him Agent Cody Banks.
Sure.
He's going to drive a car going
For Arca series, right?
Really, really fast.
I mean, he's apparently a badass driver.
He's a badass driver.
This is the pro level. This is Paul Newman level.
Frankie Muniz of Malcolm in the Middle is set to race full-time NASCAR-owned ARCA Series. The actor will be behind the wheel for Rata Jones Racing's number 30 Ford Mustang starting next month. The series hits Daytona. Muniz told TMZ that he's excited for his career change, revealing this has been a lifelong dream. He added, I look forward to not only demonstrating my ability on the track and just how serious I am in progressing in my racing career, but also showing my son and family what it is to chase your dreams and reinvent yourself.
That's great.
That is great.
It's a lot better than showing up on Dancing with the Stars.
This is cooler, isn't it?
Hey, I'm washed up. I'm on Dancing with the Stars.
Well, not everybody on
Gun,
Dancing with the
please.
Stars is
I'd love
washed
to do
up.
Dancing with the Stars.
Really? Why don't you go do that?
You might have one of the biggest fans of Dancing in the Stars in the studio. I can't see Ace not watching Dancing with the Stars every
There are no
time.
stars on it.
That's true. That's why they got to have a shot to get on there.
So, yeah, but isn't your idea of stars different than mine, probably?
When I look in the mirror every morning.
Maybe they should call it Dancing Without Stars now.
Who's on it this year? I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never sat through a second of it.
Probably like a Jersey Shore wash up, I'd imagine.
Probably.
Again.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold it. That's funny. She's a Jersey Shore wash-up.
Yes.
My kids are watching that from back in the day.
The early ones are fun.
Jeez, gosh, they're so funny.
It is fun. Before a night of drinking, you put that on, you have a good time with your pals, make some jokes.
Well, the good, like Frankie's doing something pretty cool, driving it professionally. That'll be very, very interesting. So good luck to him. I mean, a lot of washed-up stars are driving for Uber. So this is a little more.
Hey, you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Put food on the table. We all can't rob banks and fall backwards into money, okay?
Prove himself. The point is that this portion of the Bob and Tom Show is about you being safe at home with Simply Safe.
Peace of mind. It's the do-it-yourself, design-it-yourself home security system we've told you about for years and years. And Simply Safe just again named the best home security of 2022 by U.S. News & World Report. It's the third year in a row. In any emergency, 24/7 professional monitoring agents use Fast Protect technology exclusively from Simply Safe to capture critical evidence and verify that the threat is real. You get faster police dispatch. Simply Safe is, of course, whole home security, advanced sensors for every room, window, and door, HD security cameras inside and out, smarter ways to detect motion that alert you only when a threat is real. With the top-rated SimpliSafe app, stay in complete control of your system anytime, anywhere. You can arm or disarm, unlock for a guest, access your cameras, adjust system settings, all right there on your smartphone for less than $1 a day. Customize the perfect system for your home and get peace of mind in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. Go today. Claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
I'm afraid the pink-footed goose is going to have to wait till tomorrow. But we got some exciting stuff coming up when we come back, and maybe even the general and what's going on and why he lost his rank.
All right.
Here in the U.S. of A. Coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening.
No, this would be great. You guys want to move the hand sanitizer over between you?
So you got the regular handshake, right?
And
then you can stop there, or you can go in.
Like so.
Okay, like
close around his hand.
So you go.
You know what? That looks like an album cover.
Right, it's a regular handshake, and then you go to an arm wrestling position. And then you come back out of that, and the fingers.
There you go. One of those.
Yeah. Then it's a thumb wrestling position.
Thumb wrestling.
Then what?
And then you either just let go, or sometimes you can do the two things. You can touch the thumbs and snap. Like let go, like you have to let your fingers like
let go.
No,
Tom.
like let go. No, like let go, but with a little pressure to create a snap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see?
You really do that to people?
Yeah, you snap at the end.
How do they know?
You just
I
know.
just wish everyone could see Tom's face. It really is like he's found the
It's
last
like you're dipping his hand in ice water. He's just kind of.
Now,
Well,
also,
now in his-
Then what?
if you're doing a hug, you go regular handshake, then arm wrestling.
Right.
Then the
And then
hug.
lean in, give it a hug.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, there it is.
And then on the way out,
awkwardly.
the way out, you do the snap.
And then snap.
Yeah.
Then
and try not to fall back like
fist
Tom
bump
did.
and the explosion, right?
Yes, yeah, all of that.
For them right there at bobandtom.com. So check them out. Stop by, watch their videos, have a couple of drinks with them, a smoke, whatever. It's the Bob and Tom Show puppets, and they like to hang out and get dirty. Well, at least the Christy Lee puppet. And you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Coming up, things we learned on the show today and a look at history on this January 12th with Professor Thomas B. Griswold. On the way right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Bills safety Damar Hamlin has been released from a hospital in Buffalo 9 days after he went into cardiac arrest and had to be resuscitated during a game at Cincinnati. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel says quarterback Tua Tagovailoa remains in NFL's concussion protocol and has been officially ruled out for Sunday's playoff game against Buffalo. And Lamar Jackson again absent from practice yesterday for the Baltimore Ravens. He hasn't participated since injuring his knee December 4th in a win over Denver. No sign of him yesterday as the Ravens prepare for Sunday night's playoff opener at Cincinnati. NBA winners last night: Washington, Detroit, Boston, Milwaukee, New York, Memphis, Sacramento, and Denver. Top 25 college basketball: number 1, Houston; number 4, Alabama; number 25, Marquette; number 10, Texas; number 12, Xavier; number 16, Miami; number 22, College of Charleston; and number 24, Duke all win. And Texas A&M upset number 20, Missouri, 82-64. And winners in the NHL last night, all in regulation: Philadelphia, Toronto, Edmonton, and Los Angeles. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom, 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Hello, Americans. It's that time of year again. You received your tax forms in the mail, and now it's time to settle up with the IRS. When it comes to tax preparation, well, listen to this.
Honey, we got our tax forms.
Are you going to try to do it yourself again this year?
I don't know. It's such a pain in the butt.
Taxes can be a pain in the butt. That's why you should let the specialists at Tax Preparation H Incorporated do your taxes for you. Tax Preparation H Incorporated relieves the pain often associated with filing your taxes. And Tax Preparation H Incorporated can reduce those piles of paperwork to one small form that you simply have to sign and file.
Did you go to Tax Preparation H Incorporated?
I sure did.
Do we owe much?
Yep. Oh, we really got reamed by the IRS. But I'll tell you, it doesn't hurt as much thanks to Tax Preparation H Incorporated.
Tax Preparation H Incorporated. We're just itching to do your return. Tax Preparation H Incorporated. Hey, and if you want, we'll even tell Uncle Sam to shove it up his
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
Scott, I understand that you are a history buff. Is that it?
Friars Club roast to George Washington. I think the jokes would be great. I think some will be. George Washington's a great man, but what's with the outfit? Knee-high boots, a silky blouse? Are you the father of this country or the fairy godmother? Seriously, if we wanted to be ruled by an old queen, we wouldn't have left England. And a powdered wig? If you start looking any more queer, they're going to put your picture on the $3 bill. Hey, maybe you'd like me to introduce you to Benedict Arnold. Lord knows he'll go both ways. Speaking of flags, Betsy Ross is here tonight. What a frisky woman. Washington invited her to Mount Vernon. She was disappointed to learn it was a place.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 20.
Please. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Pat feeling left out.
What's wrong in there, Pat?
Nothing.
Something earlier happened. What was it that we were all crazy?
Oh, we were talking about...
You didn't check him. There's Josh Arnold.
You didn't check in on Pat.
Ace Constant. There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee.
That's the least of your
Here's
problems?
Tom.
What's your most...
Well, rainy days and Thursdays always get me down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I love rainy days.
I do too,
I would rather have a rainy day. Unless...
What's wrong with you?
No, unless... If it's going to be sunny, I want to choose it. Does that make sense?
No.
It does make sense.
No, if I'm going to go to where the sun is, and then it's great. But if it's sunny when I don't want it to be sunny, I don't care.
Are you high?
No, I get that. I totally get that.
Thank you.
100%.
So you're going to go home and just
enjoy this gruesome day that we've got
check
going.
local listings.
Right. So the point is, we have to move forward here in the show. We have an obligation morally to tell you what happened on this day in history.
Time now for
exciting
our moral obligations today in history.
What is the date?
1904.
January 12th. Is this my mother's birthday?
What?
Or the 21st?
Is this World's Fair related?
No. Henry Ford set the land speed record of 91.37 miles per hour on a frozen lake.
Oh, who was he chasing?
I was just going to... You know what? I was going to suggest that, and then I thought, no.
Even then, he was Ford tough.
Yes.
Here's a good one for you. Christy, do you know what this is?
You got this. You got this, girl.
Play it again? No.
Come on.
Followed
by these notes.
A little more.
Okay.
Oh, Batman.
Batman Adam West, Burt Ward.
1964?
The campy version of Batman appeared on this date in 1966.
It is fun.
I was close.
Really fun guest stars.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Lost my mind. And right in the bottom, it said, in color.
Remember Julie? Have you seen Julie Newmar, Willie, as Catwoman?
I have not.
Hot. I loved it when they climbed buildings.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, they were great. I loved that show.
I just Googled her.
Yeah.
She can get it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness,
Yeah.
she can get
The
it.
rest of the stuff's really boring. Tim Horton, 1930. Of course, he was an
Coffee
NHL
Baron?
guy, but he's more famous for the donut shop.
I'm very loyal with Tim Horton coffee at home.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
very good.
You have to order it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, here's a good one. Smoking Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier.
And the knockouts?
Joe, a great boxer. That'd be a great name for a weed.
Smoking Joe Frazier?
Smoking Joe Frazier.
It'll knock you on your ass.
Yeah.
Do you remember how just that first fight, Ali and Frazier, it was everywhere?
Yeah.
Everyone talked about it. Everyone had a side.
What year was that?
71, I think.
Wow.
Was it that early?
I think so.
Yeah. And then is Joe still with us?
No. I don't think so.
If so, he doesn't know it.
But he had a band, Joe Frazier and the Knockouts.
And here they are. That's not Joe.
Nice horn section.
That's not Joe.
Nice strings.
That's not Joe.
Is this real?
Yeah.
Now
That's Joe.
the time is near.
That's right.
Oh.
The time is here
Yeah.
to check my hopes and prepare.
If you listen closely, you can hear the brain damage.
It's time to
Oh, Willie.
Synapses come.
Well.
Skip it.
Well, Willie.
You can hear the producer in his ear. Okay, Joe, sing here. Stop. Sing here. Stop. Is this Joe Frazier and the Knockouts?
Joe Frazier and the neural contusion.
More from Joe Frazier and the Knockouts.
Everything is in the key of C, T, E.
I got him to sing on stage in Philly one time.
Wait a minute. Pat is a story, finally.
No, that's a little acoustic gig, yeah.
That's fun. You got to meet the man?
Yeah, he sang Dock of the Bay. That's the way he sounded, not the other
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It was a great band. My gosh.
Probably 86.
Very, very good. Happy birthday, Oliver Platt.
One of my all-time favorite actors.
I love him too.
Do you think he's super tall?
Yeah, he's like 8 feet tall.
And I'd really like to meet him. I would love to meet him.
He's real tall.
I did not know that.
I didn't either because typically with movie stars you can't tell.
Yeah.
He's a big dude all around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he's a bigger guy, so you don't expect him to be really
Man, he's
tall.
funny.
again.
He's
You know those basketball players? Those are
Are they tall?
tall guys.
Thank you,
Oh,
very helpful.
okay.
Happy birthday, Jeff Bezos. I got him a gift.
Yeah, what'd you get him?
An Amazon gift card.
Yeah.
How about that? He'll enjoy it.
And then your favorite, Josh. Happy birthday, Rob Zombie.
I love him. Yeah. Yeah.
Does he still have birthdays, even though he's a zombie?
And then lastly,
Celebrations of birth.
I'm not sure which one this is. You'll have to help me, Christy. Happy birthday to Mel Sporty Spice.
Mel B?
Mel B.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't she married to Eddie Murphy or something?
She might have been.
Yeah, at one point, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't the last name Toast? Mel B. Toast?
No, that's Melba. Melba Moore.
She was, but she was one of the Spice Girls. I
Yeah.
saw this picture of her. Now apparently she's Old Spice.
No, she still looks good. Don't you even hint at that? She's on one of the shows. Isn't she like
on Fox.
Yeah. She's a
Before we get
judge.
to things we learned, Paul wants to know, why does Tom wear long sleeves and then roll them so far up it looks like he's donating blood?
It's a fair question.
How the man is comfortable.
He won't wear short sleeve shirts.
Time now for things we learned today on the Bob and Tom Show. Yes, Pat Godwin's wearing a Castro hat.
Viva la revolution.
Tom drove around yesterday afternoon, and at one point he honestly said, I had no idea I was lost.
I didn't know I was lost till I realized I've been driving for quite a long time and hadn't gotten to the place I was supposed to be getting to.
Nope, yeah.
Let's see. Tom did get
Definition of lost.
That's exactly right. Tom did get a quick nap this morning before the show.
Good. You deserve it.
Great.
You work hard.
And you slept hard, right?
Oh, my alarm went off at 5 of, and God, I didn't know where I was for a minute.
Oh, that's the best.
Morning wood?
Oh, yeah.
Were you hard there, Pop?
I pole vaulted in here.
Does that happen every morning?
No.
Oh.
If you're healthy, it does, right?
It's
No,
supposed
I don't
to.
think so.
Supposed to.
Every morning?
Every morning.
Something's wrong with me then.
I have that look. Jeff Beck passed away.
Sad news.
Very sad.
They're holding Johnny Depp for questioning. We do still love the way Christy says camping.
Camping.
You ever go glamping?
I don't glamp. I camp.
Do you hate the...
Did you ever...
Let me tell you something. From now on, if I ever come in here in a bad mood, you look at me and ask me, you want to go glamping? I'm fine.
Do you ever cramp when you glamp?
I don't cramp. I glamp.
Okay.
What's your favorite kind of chowder?
Clam.
What did you call your grandpa?
Grandpa.
Grandpa. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now we're getting funny. We got to stop.
Tomorrow, the pig-footed goose is in the news.
Yes,
and a really good general
about
story
that.
you're going to like very much. And the most contaminated place in your kitchen, you're not going to believe it.
Wow.
It's not the sink.
Okay.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's staggering. When you find out, you're going to go, wow.
Is it the dumping corner? That's where mine
Yes, it's the dumping corner, of course. It's the wastebasket when you leave a turd in it.
Oh, gosh.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.